Knicks family, what's poppin'? It's your boy. And we here. The Knicks. They're going to have to take on Los Angeles, the entire city of Los Angeles this summer. Let's get into it. We already got a video chat building up. We got Ant, we got Viv, we got Nate. Let's go. Knicks family, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. Look, it's going to be a crazy summer. The NBA draft, free agency. We got a lot to talk about. So make sure you're updated. Subscribe right now if you haven't subscribed. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Like I said, we got Nate, we got Viv, we got Aunt G in the chat. The Knicks are basically going to take on the city of Los Angeles this summer. They're going to take on the city of Los Angeles. Right? We're going to talk about the Clippers. And I'm not going to say that they have arisen as the biggest competition for KD, because I think they've already been there. We talked about it at the end of the season. We talked about it at the trade deadline. The Clippers also have a lot of money to spend in free agency, right? So they will likely, between the Clippers, possibly the Golden State Warriors, will be the New York Knicks' biggest competition for Kevin Durant. We're going to talk about RJ Barrett. He either wants to be with the Knicks or the Lakers. What's that say about RJ Barrett? I want to talk about that. And then, of course, if the Knicks are truly considering trading for Anthony Davis, their biggest competition is likely going to be the Los Angeles Lakers. So we'll talk about those topics today. The New York Knicks taking on the city of Los Angeles. And there is someone in the chat, I believe, right now in the chat, who is from LA, say KD is going to the Clippers. So we'll see what that person has to say as well. All right. Let's get to it. Let's talk. Viv, Nate, Aunt G. We're going to talk about this. Right? The Knicks take on Los Angeles this summer. Right? KD, Kevin Durant, is said to be. We'll start talking about this first. I'm pretty sure you guys heard the interview that Wall Street Journal did with his agent. Said he's 100% undecided right now. Right? If that's a thing, I guess. I guess you can be 100% undecided. He said, and I'm going to cue up. I'm going to get you guys to, speak on it quick, and then I'll cue up the sound. I don't know. What do you think? Go ahead, Nate. So you got your hand raised.
Yeah. Regarding the situation with the Clippers?
Well, just about Kevin Durant. Is he 100% undecided?
Yeah. I mean, I believe it, man.
What you're saying
he's
is that
right now focused on, either trying to get back in the finals if he's going to come back. I think he has an idea of where he wants to go. But I mean, he's gonna wait till the summer, and I'm sure he's gonna be recruited by multiple teams like LeBron was, and then he'll decide on who he wants to join. I don't think it's as simple as him saying, "Okay, I'm gonna join the Knicks," July 1st.
But I'm not, of course, but I'm not ready to say that he hasn't thought about it. Let me see if I can cue this up real quick. I'm not sure you guys are going to be able to hear it.
100% undecided.
Right. But this is
what you're saying is what you're.
I'm sorry. There we go. I'm not sure if you guys are going to be able to hear it. I'm pretty sure you've already heard it. But this is Rich Kleiman talking about KD, right? And if you're able to join into the live stream, guys, so you can hear it, that'll be good. That way you can listen in a little bit. All right, here it is. Here's the sound.
Saying is that this has not been decided. There's no hidden handshake agreement.
No.
With the New York Knicks?
No.
No, nothing like that.
No.
Okay. All right.
That is 100% undecided, and I'm waiting on Kevin. You know, that's the truth. I think there's a feeling that this thing is like war games, and everybody's kind of like
playing a role.
Yeah, playing chess like years out. But when somebody gets to the level of basketball that he's at, you can't juggle focus like that. There's so many things he's juggling too. He's not scripting his future while he's playing the way he plays and practices the way he practices. And I think it's frustrating, honestly, at times, but I get it. I do get it. I get that, like, even as a kid, the kind of soap opera of it all was just beginning, and I liked it. Now, I think in some ways it's like more soap opera at times than basketball, but he really doesn't know, and I really don't know.
How's his health?
His health is good. He's
Are we gonna see him in the finals, do you believe?
Do I believe? I don't know. I honestly hope so.
Yeah.
I honestly hope so. But again, like, when you have an injury that's real, and it's a real injury, for him, like, he's got to be Kevin Durant. So he's got about the highest pain threshold of someone I know. So when he misses time, it's because the injury is real. It's a real injury. And I hope that we can see him next week or 2 weeks from now.
All right. That was the Wall Street Journal. I'm not sure if you guys in the video chat were able to hear it. You probably wasn't. But I'm pretty sure you heard the sound before. This is not the first time that you've heard the sound. Basically, Rich Kleiman said that Kevin Durant is 100% undecided. That, you know, in the midst of the season and the playoffs and all this kind of stuff, you know, he can't think about it. And he doesn't think about it. And I believe that he doesn't think about it, right? And that, you know, at this point, he's focused on one thing. I definitely believe that. That's the only thing that he can do. But I do believe that he has maybe this, while he's definitely undecided, I think he's put some thought into it. That's just my decision. My decision. That's just that's what I think about it. I think he's at least put some thought into it. And possibly throughout the season. Now the playoffs come and he's cut off all of that, you know what I'm saying, thinking. But I think he's put some thought into it. What do you think, Viv?
I mean, you summarized it well. I'm pretty sure it comes into your mind, you know, over the course of the season. And so, look, I believe he's undecided. I thought so before. I thought so now, and you know, I'll still think it, you know, 2 weeks from now. So, look, in the end of the day, Sim, this is just a day off in the NBA schedule, and we gotta have something to discuss. And you know, after you exhaust whatever happened yesterday, I mean, there's only so much else you can discuss. So you know, these like hypotheticals get brought up. So you know, this is just more like rehashing things from, you know, months and months and whatever. So yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really much of anything. He's undecided. He has a couple of teams in his mind, which any team would have. I don't think any player would have. I'm pretty sure it's not always just gonna be one team, anyways. So, yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, that's just what it is, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I guess that, you know, that is what it is, and I'm pretty sure he's just stating the obvious. Even if he has decided, he's not going to say.
Yeah, it's not like
he's made a decision.
Yeah,
right?
It's not like you're saying in like February, oh, I'm leaving the Warriors, or you know, or I got a team I'm going to decide. I mean, I'm pretty sure you don't even tell it to anybody, right? So you know, that's just what it is. But
yeah,
hey, you know,
yeah,
that time of the year, right?
Yeah, it's that time of the year, right? It's silent. It's silent in New York Knicks land. Not too much to talk about, so we rehash old stuff and try to put a new spin on it, right?
Well, it's not even we. It's more like the NBA scene, right? So it's like it's the overall. You know, you can only talk about that. You know, yesterday's game 4 for so long, right?
Yeah, right.
And they get bored with it, so then you got to bring up like the Lakers. You got to do this. You got to do that. So just distractions and everything, right? So
yeah. Aunt G, what's up, man?
What's up, man?
I'm good. It's been a minute since you've been in the chat, man. Glad to see you here.
I be in the chat. I'm a man of the people, man. Man of the people.
Okay.
But nah, man, I got one word. It's baloney. All of this is baloney.
For so long, right?
KD's agent you know, going out there and saying those things. I saw Mark put in the chat. They're just trying to control the narrative. That's all it is. And that's what he's supposed to do. Okay. But that whole Mark Stein thing, man, when like you really look into it, he didn't say anything. He said a bunch of smart people said that the Clippers have an equal chance as the Knicks. But he went later on to Stephen A. Smith's show, and Stephen A. Smith asked him, did that come from the Clippers? Or did that come from people close to Durant? And he basically clarified and said that the Clippers organization believes that with the pitch they have, that they have a good shot to get him. So to me, that doesn't mean anything. We all knew the Clippers were probably the biggest threat with Doc and Jerry West and all those guys out there in the season they had. Mm-hmm. I mean, of course he's going to consider the Clippers. But what I find interesting is a few months ago, it came out that Kevin Durant said he's not taking pitch meetings. So if he's not taking pitch meetings, then
I remember that.
That's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. So, you know, if I look at the Clippers as that 5% chance, man, if he wants to go out in LA, or if Kyrie decides he doesn't want to come, I guess that could be an option. But I still feel confident and comfortable, man. It's just they have to throw some water on that fire, man, because it was getting too hot. I mean, they were coming out saying that KD was recruiting guys already. So, you know, it's just damage control. They're trying to control the narrative. He learned it from LeBron. LeBron's done his whole career. And it's a smart thing. I wouldn't be surprised if KD's camp is the one that leaked that to Mark Stein. So, you know, it makes sense. I get it. On LA.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. They could have. KD's camp very well could have, you know, they want to control the narrative. You know, and I think, you know, we were talking about it in the last stream. You know, if we continue to, you know, it continues to be pushed that it's New York, New York, New York, New York, New York, then, you know, is it possible that it turns him away from New York, right? You know, because it's out there so much. Now, in my opinion, that's probably not going to happen because, you know, it's his career. He'd be crazy if he lets the media dictate his career. You know what I'm saying? That would be nuts, in my opinion. But, you know, I'm not KD either. You know, KD has his own things that he's dealing with and his own way to manage his career. So, you know, we're gonna see. We're definitely gonna see how it goes with KD, man. The Clippers, I'm going to say though, are probably the stiffest competition, right? And they do scare me a bit. I don't know if I want to use the word scared. I mean, maybe I do. I don't know. Maybe I do. But they do scare me a bit, as you know, when we're talking about free agency, because they seem to be pretty stable, right? As it pertains to their organization. They have a great coach in Doc Rivers. They have a team that is, you know, predicated on defense. Now, if KD goes there and if he's there by himself, I don't think he gets them over the top to winning the championship. They will be very good.
He's not going with Kawhi. They don't like each other.
But you know, that is a spot that could be very, very enticing. Now, how much do they have to give up to try to make room for two people? I don't know. But it, you know, as it is right now, it could be pretty enticing, you know, for KD to go to the Clippers. You go to the Clippers, you're going to be playing second fiddle to the Los Angeles Lakers. And I don't care what anybody says about the Clippers. It's just like the Nets. And we're going to get into that talk a little bit too.
The Nets have no shot.
You know, no matter what the Clippers do, they're never going to be the Lakers. Never.
The Nets.
Just like the Nets are never going to be the Knicks. The Clippers will never be the Lakers. So even if he goes to LA, if he goes to the Clippers, as far as spotlight is concerned, if that's something that he's worried about, if that's something that he's concerned about, he's going to play second fiddle to the Lakers. The Lakers are going to have the spotlight. LeBron is going to have the spotlight. Maybe he doesn't care about the spotlight and really cares about his legacy. But if he wants some spotlight, that's the wrong move in my opinion. I'm gonna come back around to you, Nate. Let me get around to everybody. I'll come back around to you. And that would be the wrong move in my opinion. Basketball wise, it might be a better move than the New York Knicks. Honestly, it might be a better move than the New York Knicks basketball wise. But if you're talking about being in the spotlight, it's not going to be the right move. Isaiah, I'm coming to you, man.
Hey.
What's good?
What's going on? What's going on, son?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
How you doing, man? I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great, man. Like, everything's going good right now. I'm in a really, really great mood tonight. Okay. I cooked my girl some dinner tonight. You know what I'm saying?
What you cook her?
I cooked her some chicken parm tonight. I cooked her some chicken parm, on top of some noodles. Cooked it really well. She liked it.
That's what I was gonna say.
So you know how you do, man.
That's what I was gonna ask. Did she enjoy it? Was it good? Was it plentiful?
Come on, man. She enjoyed my cooking, man. She wouldn't be with me, man. She wouldn't be with me.
I don't know if you can cook.
Whoa, come on now.
I don't know if you can cook.
I can cook, baby. I can. Yo, Sim, when I come down to something, I'm gonna cook for you. I'm gonna cook for you. We're gonna have a great dinner. We're gonna pray. We're gonna have a great time.
I mean, that sounds a little suspect, but
what you mean?
But it's cool though.
Wait, hold on.
I'm gonna let you into the.
Wait, listen. Wait, hold on. I cooked for my parents. I cook, man. Don't disrespect me, son. So this is too early to disrespect
I'm just saying.
I can't cook for another
You can't be
brother.
hitting on me, man. You can't.
Whoa,
you can't be hitting on me on this show, Isaiah. Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't be hitting on me on the show.
Pause, man. Come on, man.
You can't do that.
Man.
But
hey,
anyway,
listen, man, you're a good-looking cat, but I don't like that, man. I'm cool, man. I'm good, man. But
I'm not trying to make your girl jealous, man.
Listen, y'all both light skinned, but she's pretty. She's pretty. But today, man, it's good chat.
Hey,
man. I see a
lot
of us in the chat tonight, man. Shout out to Mark, Nate, Ant, Viv, Guillermo. I forgot my brother's name here. I'm sorry, but shout out to you too, brother.
Ernesto. That's Ernesto.
Ernesto, what up, Ernesto? Yo, Sim, can I say one thing before I talk? You are the funniest dude when you exposed that guy the last show about not knowing that we was in the triangle offense. That was funny, man. That was funny.
That dude, he's gonna call back again. I'm pretty sure.
Nah, he's gonna call back.
I want him to get in the video chat. He needs to get in the video chat.
That dude was funny because you were just like, when you was like, we don't even know what offense we was in. Like, come on, man. That was funny. But all right, man. Sim, I was talking to you earlier a little bit. You know what, man? It's funny. Cause I told you earlier. Just 2 days ago, everybody and their mother said it was done. The Knicks. They was like, ask any GM. It's the Knicks. Stephen A. Smith said on national TV. He has his resources. Said it's done. It's over. You got Chris Broussard. You got Colin from the Herd.
Colin
Say he got insight from an NBA player that's close to Durant that said it's done. He's to the Knicks. And then now, Sam, what are you saying? Oh, he doesn't know. He's 50%. Listen, I came up to this realization, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody just wants to get the story first. Everybody wants to get that story that Kevin Durant, they want to get the breaking story where Kevin Durant going. Because I think after pretty much this free agency, Sim, the NBA noise is not going to be as big as it was the past couple of summers. Because you got a lot of these players, you got to think about a lot of these players are in their contracts. The only big one that's going to be coming up soon is going to be Giannis, but that's almost guaranteed he's staying with Milwaukee.
Yeah, most likely.
So, so after 2020, you don't really have that big of a big name free agents because you got to think about it. Kawhi Leonard's going to be signed. Kyrie's going to be signed. Kevin Durant's going to be signed. I mean, you might get like Klay Thompson's going to stay with Golden State. You got Draymond Green's going to stay. You got DeMarcus Cousins, but that's not as big as anymore. So I mean, after this, let's be real. Free agency in the NBA, as far as breaking news, is not going to be as big as it was these past couple of summers because everybody's going to be mostly signed. It's going to be probably going to be more like what's coming up for the next draft. It's going to be more like Zion and stuff like that. But everybody's just trying to get the story. I'm just laughing because listen, nobody knows. Let's just keep it frank. Now, what I didn't like what his agent said was he's 100%, he's undecided. That's a little bit of a lie, but we know that's a lie because he's not going to come out and say, oh, he knows what he's going to do. No, I mean, listen, Kevin Durant, he's probably like almost 75. I'm just speaking. If I was him and he's probably 75, 60% sure where he's going. But, he doesn't know. At the end of the day, he probably won't really know maybe till a few days before free agency.
Okay, so let me ask you, what are the Clippers' chances of getting KD over the Knicks?
I'm going to be real because I'm a Knicks fan. Of course, I'm going to say we got the better chance. But I'll say they have a 30. Me personally, I don't believe he's going to go to the Clippers. Because here's a few reasons why. I'm going to do it real quick. I don't think he wants to be second fiddle because, like you just said, it doesn't matter if the Clippers won 100 championships. If it really doesn't. That's not their town. It won't be their town. And maybe he doesn't want the spotlight. Maybe he doesn't. If he doesn't, then the Clippers will probably be his best bet. But if he wants to, how can I say it? Because, if he wants a championship, it's going to be big. But if you win a champion, again, if you win a championship in New York, I don't care what nobody says. I don't care what any sports analyst says. It's just different. You win a championship for the Knicks, it's really different.
It is.
And
it is.
I don't care what nobody says.
Now, and see, so the one thing that, and I had a conversation or chimed in on a chat in Twitter today, and we're talking about how the Knicks should go about selling themselves to KD. Someone said, well, it needs to be about basketball, right? Not about the business stuff. And I do agree that it doesn't need to be about the business stuff, but I'm not exactly sure it should be about the basketball court, because what can the Knicks offer that the Golden State Warriors can't, right? Of course, you're going to, talk about how you're going to build around them, but I think it needs to be about legacy. Now, if, excuse me, if KD somehow, some way believes that going to the Los Angeles Clippers and trying to make LA a Clipper town and winning a championship with the Los Angeles Clippers over LeBron James, not that he's playing against LeBron James, but he wins a championship with the Clippers and the LeBron James does not win it with the Lakers, how will that cement his legacy? I agree with you 100%. If he wins the championship with the Knicks, if he's able to get the Knicks to the Eastern Conference Finals, back to the Eastern Conference Finals, it's gonna cement his legacy. If he wins the championship with the Knicks,
it's over.
His legacy,
it's over.
His legacy in New York is going to be off the charts, and his legacy around the league is going to be off the charts. Similar to LeBron going back to Cleveland and winning championship with the Cavs.
Wait, so am I still alive?
Yeah, he's still alive. I'm about to come over here to Guillermo.
Well, I just want to say real quick. There's a few places in the sports world where it's really different. For example, and I hate to say this. When you win a championship for the Eagles, it's different. You win it for the Cubs, it's different. You win it for the Knicks, it's different. And do the Clippers have a chance? I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not. I'm like you, Sim. I'm a little shook because they have Jerry West. You got Doc. You got Steve Ballmer. But I still believe in my heart of hearts, and I hope it's true, that he's going to pick the Knicks. I really do. So we'll see though. But like I said, we're not gonna know until June 30th, or probably June 30th to the 5th. We'll know what happens. But again, he's focused on winning another championship. At the end of the day, these sports writers are gonna they're just trying to get his story out, get it on the hot take of ESPN and Fox. So we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. Let's get over here to Guillermo, see what Guillermo thinks about the situation. I still think that the Clippers, I mean, of course, we're not going to know until we get to that point, but I still think that the Clippers are going to pose a threat, a big threat. What do you think, Guillermo?
Yeah, Sam, I think it's just called a slow news day, man. Like, I think it's just
definitely that.
We have, and what are they going to say? Yeah, we've been talking with the Knicks while Katie is still with the Warriors. Like, they can't say anything, so obviously they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, we're, the Clippers are," but they're going to put all this crap out there. No, it's
don't give them a
non-story.
Say the ice cream machine.
No, I don't think KD will go to Clippers, even though the Clippers will have a better system, better basketball situation than the Knicks. But I mean, look, KD, he's a guy who's always looking for self-validation. They're probably going to win a championship this year. He's going to get another one, even though he's missed. He's going to miss probably the finals, and he's missed the Blazers series or most of it. So, I mean, look, it is what it is. I think he's coming to the Knicks. But, yeah, what are they going to say, Sam? They can't really say much. Like, he's not going to go to Clippers for basketball. The Clippers have a better foundation, great flexibility. We have very flexibility, too. They might get Kawhi and have him, and then have Lou Williams, all these other, really good pieces around him. But he wants to come to Knicks, build out his brand, build out his name, build something past basketball, which I can't blame him for. And if he wins one here, he's going to look like the second best of all time, or they're going to make up some crazy crap like that for him. Even though I don't necessarily agree, but it is what it is. A slow news day.
Yeah,
whatever. I think
so let's ask this question: where right now, YouTube chat, video chat, where do you rank KD all time right now?
KD all time?
Is he top 10?
I don't rank him above Jordan. I don't. He to me is higher. He's higher than LeBron.
Whoa, you got him higher than LeBron?
Because when I look at LeBron, like again, LeBron has the stats, but everywhere LeBron has gone, the system's been geared towards him. And his 3 championships, only one of them was dominant, and that was against a young OKC team. His 2 championships, the Ray Allen shot, and then the one with Kyrie where they came back 3-1, and the Warriors had a bunch of guys injured, and Draymond Green's stupid, emotional, idiotic. But even though, yes, the year before that they lost, I'll say the Cavs also had guys hurt, Kyrie and Kevin Love, so it goes both ways. But to me, when I look at LeBron James, when you look at this, what they build him out to be, yes, the stats and everything, they're nice, but the winning, that domination and winning, like, nah, I can't put him above Jordan. I can't put him above Kareem. I'm not going to put him above Magic. I think skill-wise, he's not as clutch, nowhere near as clutch as Bird, even though people would say, oh, he's better than Bird. You can argue back and forth on that. So if KD wins another one, and if KD wins one in New York, he's above LeBron. So I would probably say KD is probably top 5 or that 6th. Because honest to God, Sim, I've never seen a person so ultra dominant. Like, everyone talks about LeBron, but LeBron had the Mavs series. LeBron has had games where he's literally disappeared. KD, I've seen him, and it's like he's just, you cannot stop KD. Yes, when he's OKC, they had much trouble there, but when he was with the Warriors, and people talk, LeBron won a super team. So that, if you're going to talk about super teams with KD, you got to talk about LeBron. So if we're going to take that out of the equation, then I can say KD has been more dominant in big time situations, way more than LeBron. I can't forgive that Mavericks 2011 series. So that's one of the worst he's ever seen. Like, where you're the fifth highest scorer behind Jason Terry and who was the other damn and Dirk Nowitzki. Even though Dirk Nowitzki was really good at the time. So KD is top 5, top 6 for me.
Top 5, top 6 ever. That top 5, top 6.
KD's definitely top 10. KD's definitely top 10. That top 5 might be liquid. And I bet not see any idiots put Kobe. Kobe's not top 5. Chill out with that crap. Please stop. But KD is
KD is what?
He's definitely top. I mean, look, it's Jordan, Kareem, People want to say Bill Russell, but Bill Russell. If you're ever saying Duncan.
Duncan, do you have LeBron top 5?
I don't have LeBron. All my top 5 has to be killers, man. LeBron cannot be top 5. He's not a killer. Like you have to be in the clutch moments. You have to kill. And
I mean,
no, I'm not talking. No. It's not. No. Me saying LeBron James not killing is not sentimental. You can look back and see how many times in the clutch. And honestly, I hate saying clutch. And go back to the Spurs series. The only time he was dominant, and they needed him to be dominant in that Cavs series. It was 3-1, and he had guys down anyway. So nah.
Let's see. Let me see what Mark thinks. I mean, because clearly KD is top 5 in the NBA today. I mean, that's clearly right. Top 5 in the NBA today. KD right now, he isn't looking for top 5 today. He knows he's top 5 today. So right now, KD is looking at his legacy and the all-time, all-time, right? He's going against time now. You know, the same with LeBron. He knows he's top 5 in the league, and he knows that he's the best in his era. Now, KD is probably battling against LeBron for the best in this era. Although, LeBron came a little bit before KD. Right? So that's why I'm asking all time. Where is he all time?
With KD,
Mark, what do you think, Mark?
Listen, KD, it's weird because what's so funny about him, when he made the move to Golden State, that really, 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 really it hurt him because he went to play with another MVP type player that he was rivaling with, that he lost to. Right. So that kind of hurt him. It hurt his career in a way. And right as of right now, he's a top 20 player of all time. Okay, he's a top 20 player of all time. But he would have to leave for him to touch top 10, bro. To touch that, I don't even think he's gonna touch that. I don't think. Because if you go look at the top 10 players that most people have as a generalization, it's going to be hard for him to top that.
Like that. Let me ask you, where would he have been, right? Because he gets a lot of flack for joining Golden State. And
Sam.
Right, but let me ask you this, though. Yeah. If he would have stayed with OKC and never got past, never got past Golden State, what would he be ranked now? Because he would have never had the chance to show himself in the stage of the NBA Finals. Let's just assume that.
So you say as of right now, KD's ringless.
Let's just say he's ringless. Yeah, he's with OKC right now still, and he's ringless.
Okay, right? So he would be.
Where would he be?
He will be because when you look at players like I would say like Dirk, right? What made Dirk a top 20 player is because the ring he got, how he got it, and who he beat. That put him in top 20 of all time because he was the lone superstar. KD will probably be like 30, 40 top player of all time. Probably like mid-20s if he don't have a ring by now and his career ended. He'd be like mid-20, 30, 40. But it's so weird because I went back today and I'm on YouTube and I looked back, I was like, yo, him going to Golden State was kind of ridiculous because KD, you got to look at his stature, the type of player that he was.
But you know what? It is weird. You're right. It's really weird because it hurt his reputation, but it also elevated his status, in my opinion. The reason why I say it elevated his status is because if he didn't go to Golden State, likely, he would not have been in the NBA Finals, and we would not have seen him perform the way that he was able to perform on that stage.
Okay, so now let's go.
You see what I'm saying? So because he was been able to perform at such a high level in the finals and hit some killer shots in the finals, now people look and say, he's the best player in the league. But if he never got there, I don't know if they'd look and say he's the best player in the league.
Can I say something about like even the second championship he won when he hit that third shot, right? I want people to go back, right, and watch the last couple of seconds. He hit a shot where it was like, okay, it put him up 4. But people don't realize Curry hit the clutchest shot to put them up 1. And then KD came down and hit the shot to put him up so they couldn't come back. So I don't really it's because where he hit it and how he hit it was the same replica of the first one. I don't really put that second one where the first one was. The first one was the killer more than the second one. But if he didn't lose to Steph when they was down 3-1 to them, and he went to Golden State, it wouldn't be as crazy.
Right.
But Sim,
right. I know.
You're talking about a generation player going against a 6'3", and this is the Steph Curry talk that people are all over. Just it is so weird. It is so weird that people don't want to give a 6'3" guard his due, and he is singly dominating in the era of LeBron and KD. He interrupted those two players, Chris Paul too. He interrupted LeBron's chances of winning multiple. If Curry wasn't here, I think LeBron would have got more rings because I don't think there would have been no other team to really go back at him.
That might be true. I mean, look, Steph Curry is definitely a disruptor in the league, right? You know, I mean, he changed the way he changed the way the game.
Sim, look how we
changed
talk about
the way
the
the game is being played. You know, they've been talking about it all day today. You know, kind of.
Sim, it's like this.
Oh, yesterday.
Sim.
Yeah.
They say if you can't shoot, you can't play. Even if you could be the best defensive player, you could get to the basketball. If you cannot shoot, you cannot play. This is how much it's like where the NBA is going. Look at all the teams, how they're trying to replicate what Golden State do. Look at all of the teams. Look how they're trying to get players to implement a system the way Golden State runs it.
Yeah, that's true.
What KD did, Tim, in basketball talks, because when people play basketball, they play basketball for other people to rank them high. That's like Kevin Durant. It's like you're the best. You're better than Curry, just because you're taller and you get your shot a little more easier than Curry. If KD went to the park, he's the most talented person. But if this 6'3" guy come in and start dusting him on the court, and then next week you see him quick to pick Curry, you know why? Because he didn't believe in his talent to get him back to the promised land.
Okay.
That's why he has to go. He has to go.
So
because
who's the best with KD there? And you know, they were talking about this on one of the shows earlier today. Who's the best player on the Golden State Warriors?
I think it's 1A, 1B because what I think, even when you watch when KD's off the floor, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look how fluent, look how the team operates. Like, it just operates way better. I mean, from the starters to the bench. When KD's playing, look how they bench play. Because you know why? They're not going to get the minutes, and they're not touching the ball when Curry's on the floor. When you just look at the whole complex of the offense and how the defensive reacts to Curry than Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant don't get double. He gets single coverage. Yeah,
because they can't.
Because you know why? The three is better than the two. They don't want Stephen Curry to go off more than KD because you can control KD to an extent. If you let Curry go wildfire, he can take you out of the game and demoralize you. When you watch him compared to KD, yeah, KD can score. But when Curry goes on his streak, he puts teams into a bind where they're never out of a game. It is just so different. And the reason why it's more of a put the biggest and strongest guy in front of the guy that's really causing havoc. Really causing havoc. And it's kind of wrong. When I look at KD and Curry, it's a 1A, 1B situation. It ain't no Kevin Durant is by far the best player. Hell no.
Okay. All right. I'm going to come back to you, Mark. I'm going to come back to you because, you know, it's good conversation. Not sure where KD ranks in all time right now. Not sure. I do know that going to Golden State elevated his status, and it hurt his reputation, but elevated his status. I'm gonna get you a phone call. If you guys want to hear the phone call, you're gonna have to listen in on the stream. If not, then it's cool. But you may want to respond to something in the phone call or whatever. So I'd encourage you to listen in on the stream so you can hear what's going on. Tony Crow, what's popping?
Yo, Black this time. Shout out to the chat. What's good, Sim?
I'm chilling, man. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. It's an interesting topic. Yeah, still talking about KD, right?
Yeah, we're still talking about KD. We're kind of getting into some subtopics. The bigger topic is, the Knicks and the Clippers battling for KD this summer. Then we just ran into some subtopics about KD, where he ranks all time and those type of things.
All right, let me give some quick input. I think the Clippers are a threat. Just off the standpoint of the three levels of ownership and then management and then coaching. We got 2 out of the 3. If you look at the outside and the negativity that people have said about Dolan, I always still give Dolan his props in the simple fact that I think as far as the Knicks, he's always had the right objective in mind. He's always willing to spend money. He's never been like a penny pitcher or anything like that. He made wrong decisions or put the wrong people in high decisions. But as far as Kate, so I think the Clippers are a real threat. KD's legacy, I think there was an argument before he went to OKC that he was the best player in the NBA. I think that's where the issue lies in him going to Golden State. I think there's no guarantee he wouldn't have made the finals, but there's no guarantee he wouldn't have staying at OKC. They was up 3-1. You got to believe they should have won that series. You got to believe they could have at least took them to 7 again in the next 2 years. So I think his legacy definitely takes a hit in Golden State, in a team that won without him, in a team that beat him. I think them playing so well right now, I don't agree with Chris Boucher as far as it being his worst nightmare, but you gotta feel some kind of way. I'll say that. You gotta feel like wow, these guys, they not only did they not miss a beat, they look to be playing better.
Right.
So now, granted, Houston I think is a tougher matchup than Portland, and I think a tougher matchup. So I think
Portland,
that factors into the sweep and how it looked.
Yeah, definitely. Portland was just a pretty good matchup for Golden State. I think when you have 2 backcourts, really good backcourts, probably the 2 best in the NBA. But then Golden State had so much more, right? With Portland, it was just, you had 2 small backcourts, basically, right? You got Damian Lillard, Curry, and then, Klay Thompson isn't small, but you got Klay and TJ McCollum. So, you didn't have to really worry about too much size going up against Portland. And then, outside of those 2, Portland is hoping that a third player shows up. Where with Golden State, you got the third player in Draymond Green. Then you still got Iggy, right? So yeah.
You can't undervalue what Draymond does and means to that team.
Yeah.
Another reason I feel like the Clippers could be a threat. Let's say they win this third ring in a row, third championship in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's even with LeBron, and now I still think winning in New York is bigger than trying to turn LA into a Clippers town. But I think turning LA into a Clippers town with LeBron as a Laker, I think that's a feat.
I think so too.
In itself.
I think so too. I think so too.
So if his rivalry is with LeBron and not necessarily with trying to become best ever or just his legacy in itself, if LeBron factors into his legacy in his mind, then the Clippers are even more of a threat.
Yeah.
In my mind.
Yeah. Yeah. And I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
I really hope we get the first meeting, and I hope that's our advantage.
Yeah.
If we meet him first, I think that's our best advantage point.
Okay.
Because at that point, I think if he takes a meeting, Golden State is not an option, and I think if we're the first meeting he takes, at that point we're the only option. So I'd rather roll the dice that way than let him
and look
see
and
a bunch of teams.
With him, if he leaves and goes to the Clippers, Golden State is still going to be strong, but you're weakening them a little bit, right? I don't want to say a little bit. You're make them weaker, right? By taking KD away, and then KD goes to the Clippers. Listen, I mean, I can almost say the Clippers were maybe the toughest matchup that the Warriors have played this in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
They might be the toughest matchup that the Warriors played in the playoffs. They were tough. They were tough, man. And then,
and that would be ironic.
Wouldn't it? Wouldn't that be ironic? That's crazy. Why I got you on the line, man? Let's talk about RJ Barrett. Right? RJ Barrett is going to hold a pro day. So I'm going to ask you a few questions about it, and, we'll get to the video chat. But RJ Barrett is going to have a pro day. Right? According to an NBA source, the 6'7" Duke swingman prefers if he drops past Memphis to number 3 and number 4 to play for the Knicks. Right? So he's going to have a pro day so that people can come watch him play. The Pelicans may be there. Right? Excuse me. But here's the thing, right? Okay. It says, this is an article from the New York Post. Duke swingman RJ Barrett will stage a pro day with the rest of agent Billy Duffy's draft eligibles Tuesday at UCLA. Right? Unlike the other participants, however, Barrett is not expected to perform drills. So he's not, you're not going to be able to watch him. He's just going to interview with teams and speak with the media. This at least gives the Pelicans a chance to meet with Barrett, who is expected to fall to the third pick in the laps of the New York Knicks. The Knicks, however, have not ruled out trading the pick to the Pelicans in an Anthony Davis blockbuster. At the Combine last week, Barrett interviewed with just the Knicks and number 2 Memphis, which is leaning towards taking Ja Morant. And then, of course, as I said earlier, Barrett would prefer that the Memphis Grizzlies pass on him so he can play for the Knicks or the Lakers. Right now, of course, this whole show is about New York versus LA, right? Because it seems like this summer there's going to be a lot of competition with the city of Los Angeles. Obviously, the Knicks have the upper hand here because they have the third pick. If they want Barrett, they can take Barrett. Right? But there's some history with New York with RJ Barrett. His father played for St. John's. His mother, Keisha, she's a Brooklyn native, and she ran track for St. John's. Right? According to this article by the New York Post, Rowan used to take RJ to the New York playgrounds to work on his game because of the higher competition. He's used to New York. Right? He's got some roots in New York. He'd rather be in New York than Memphis. Makes sense to me. Do you hold anything against him for? I don't personally, but some people may. Some people may look at it and say, you know what, this is trash. Whoever you get drafted to is who you should be happy with, whatever.
Sure.
But, I'm of the mindset, I'm for the empowerment of players, right? I feel like if you're starting a career and you have to choose between, or you can maybe dictate where you might go to begin your career. And you're going to spend 3, 4, 5 years at a certain place working for a company. Then, yeah, you know what? You should be a little bit picky. And that's just my opinion. You should be a little bit picky because, it's about your happiness. I mean, I do understand not everyone gets to play professional basketball, play professional sports, but put that to the side. Your happiness still means something. And yes, you should be grateful that you had the chance to play a sport, to play basketball on a professional level and get paid millions of dollars. But you can have millions of dollars and still not be happy. Right?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
Interrupt. But what I think is, I think the player should be able to take that risk, but know that it's a risk that he's taking.
But exactly.
Because he could not want to play somewhere and let it be known, and then that gives that team the option to either draft them and try to trade them and make them an asset, or not draft them at all and not deal with controversy or losing them for nothing down the line. But it gets slippery when now everyone is trying to dictate where they want to go. Because now the players have all the control, and the teams have none. So that's difficult.
Now let me ask you this. That's something that you say the players have. Now the players have all the control. I don't want to say it. The players, in my opinion, should have a lot of control, because if it weren't for the players, there would be no money in the NBA. The fans come to see the players. They come to see the players play, and perform, and So yeah, I mean, the players should have, some say, some control. Obviously, it can't get, there has to be a balance. There has to be a balance, and there does have to be some rules in place, to make sure that, you don't have all the top, you got 20 top players spread out amongst 4 teams. So obviously, right? So obviously you have to have some rules in place, but we're definitely in the player empowerment age. And I got those terms off of somebody on ESPN, but I like those terms, player empowerment age. That's where we are.
You know what, I was thinking the other day, and it's crazy because it kind of references right in. If the Lakers are sure that the Pelicans want to pair Barrett, they may try to move up and swap picks with Memphis and give up like Alonzo Ball or something, which that's dangerous.
Now, see, that is something, and this goes right into the whole competition with LA this summer. The Knicks, I mean, is East Coast, West Coast, man. East Coast, West Coast. We got a big thing going on with Los Angeles this summer. I've never even thought about that, Tony. For real. Never even thought about that.
dangerous because, especially with you saying that he named LA as a team as well as New York. You know what I mean? Because now it's like,
right.
When you're making a trade, you want to kind of make everybody happy. So that's enticing for the Pelicans, even though they don't want to move this guy to keep him in the West Coast. You know,
right.
but now you making Zion happy. You making, you know what I mean? You're getting somebody who wants to play with you. So it's crazy.
Yeah. Is that something that you think the Grizzlies would do? Would they take Lonzo Ball and the number 4 pick?
I think they would. I think you have to because, I mean, now, this is what I'm saying. You have proof as far as what Lonzo Ball is.
Right.
And to me, he's more of a plus than a minus. I think he may not have lived up to his hype, but I think he could still live up to his hype. And he played like he wasn't a bust. So knowing that you can get him and fill a position of need, if not anything else for the future, and then also get, you know, a high quality player in the current draft. Yeah, I would absolutely, I would do it. I would do it if I was Memphis. So it scared me to even come up with that, and I'm like, but I just know how cutthroat this whole off season is going to become.
Yeah, that would definitely be interesting to see if Memphis would do that. I think that they would probably want a little bit more. Maybe they would want a little bit more, especially if they knew that the Lakers really wanted, say, R.J. Barrett. I mean, and if that did happen and they took R.J. Barrett, that means we would get Ja Morant. I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Right? I'd be cool with that.
I mean, it just now, makes more moves.
Right. Now,
down the line we got to make.
Right. But then, of course, there would then be the impact on Anthony Davis if that's something that the Knicks were really trying to pursue. So, you know, this whole thing is going to be, you know, it's going to be a lot of intertwining with this whole thing.
Yeah, because honestly, in my opinion, I think Anthony Davis is our top priority because I think that potentially gets done on draft day. And if that's the case, you know that's taking place before free agency, so that entices a free agent to sign. Right. Whereas if we're trying to finagle this whole Anthony Davis thing later on, now we gotta bank on signing our free agent with whatever we going into this. You know what I mean? Without Anthony Davis in the picture, I would much prefer us, you know, get this done draft day, make it official when it can become official. But now we have a bargaining chip or something to entice a free agent to sign.
Yeah, that would definitely be something, man. Hey Tony, I'm gonna get back because the guys in the group chat, in the video chat, they can't hear you. You know, I'm always having some kind of technical difficulty. I gotta get, you know, I'm gonna break this whole thing down and get it right. So for tomorrow on the front stoop, make sure, because I want to have phone calls tomorrow night on the front stoop.
That's what's up.
Yeah, but
yeah, I'm gonna shout out to the chat. Yo, Black is time. I'm gonna keep listening on YouTube. Keep doing. I mean, on my TV. Keep doing your thing, son.
All right. Peace. All right. So I want to ask the question. I'm gonna come to Nate. I see Nate got his hand up. Go ahead, Nate. What's good, man?
Yeah. So, you know, honestly, Sim, reading, you know, I've been hearing a lot of chatter. You know, reading the Bleacher, reading reports. It almost seems like the Knicks are not enamored with R.J. Barrett. I think that you hear more like Culliver, Cam Reddish. Those are the names that I'm hearing a lot of. They really like Culliver a lot. You know, like I said, I'm a proponent of possibly trading down and, you know, obtaining more draft picks or obtaining, you know, maybe a player, because like I said, this team has a lot of holes. we need more players.
Mm-hmm.
One player, RJ Barrett is not going to make this team a contender if we don't get Kevin Durant or Kyrie.
Yeah,
you know,
I mean,
we
if we don't get those guys, if we don't get those guys, then we just build the way that we wanted to build.
Right, but I don't even know if I want to build with RJ Barrett. That's what I'm trying to say. I'd rather go with a guy like Culliver, because of his defense, his length. I mean, I think you got to work on his shot and maybe a little more aggressiveness. But the guy's got an overall good game, or Cam Reddish, again, like another guy, long wing player. I'm just not enamored with RJ Barrett.
Okay.
I'm really not. I've watched a lot of tape, and I'm just not feeling him. Real quick question: Atlanta's got 2 picks in this draft. I think they're like 8 and 10. I think what it is. Do you think there's a possibility that we could trade with Atlanta and get both of the first round picks they have for the number 3?
I don't know if this. I mean, is there? I don't know. What's that 8 and 10? What are we gonna get at 8 and 10? I mean, even if you're talking about Jarrett Culver, he's gonna be 4 or 5, somewhere around there. I don't know if he's gonna be all the way down at 8.
Yeah. But we get 2 players for the price of 1.
Yeah, I mean, you can get 2. Yeah, but they may not be good. I don't know. And
like I said, I guess it just depends. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Knicks are gonna do that. I don't think they're gonna do it. Let me get up here to Ernesto and the OG Mark. All right, and
all right,
come back around. Ernesto, what's good, man?
What's poppin', son?
I'm good, man. We've been talking about, it's gonna be New York versus Los Angeles all summer long. We're gonna be fighting for KD against the Clippers. We're gonna be, Barrett. He wants either the Knicks or the Lakers. And then, of course, if we're looking at Anthony Davis, we're going to be going up against the Lakers. That's going to be our main competitor. Tony Crow brought up a point that I hadn't thought about. What if the Lakers try to strike a deal with Memphis and move up to that number 2 slot? And not only will they be, will they then have the upper hand in drafting either Ja Morant or RJ Barrett, but now they have a higher trade chip when it comes to Anthony Davis. What do you think, man? I mean, do you even think Memphis would? Tony brought up Lonzo Ball, that, maybe they would include Lonzo Ball in the number 4 pick. Would Memphis even go for that? First of all, with the Lakers, with everything going on, are they even smart enough to think of that?
Memphis is no way trading down. They're not trading that pick.
Okay.
They're in love with Ja Morant, and rightly so. That kid's going to be awesome.
Yeah, he is. He is.
I mean, the more interviews I see, because we all seen him play, but now is the time that we see all these kids, start doing interviews,
right?
And you kind of see how they think, and the more interviews I see with Ja, man, the more it's like, wow. This kid is going to be dynamite.
I agree. The more interview, I seen him. Was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. He's skinny as ever. The kid is skinny.
Yeah, actually, he's putting. I think he's put like about 5 pounds of muscle mass, man.
I hope so.
The end of the season and now.
I hope so.
He looks a little bigger.
But I don't think his size is going to.
It's not going to matter.
I think he's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. He's going to get bigger and stronger as he, develops in the NBA. He's going to be a special kid. He's going to be a special kid. I really do like him. I really do. And, but I'm going to be okay with RJ Barrett if we end up keeping RJ Barrett.
Yeah, I like RJ too. I mean, look, that's why I said when we got the 3rd pick, I said it was a good day for us because we ended up top 3. And if we do trade the pick, it has a lot of value. If we stay with the pick, we get the player that, we don't get Zion, but we're going to get one of the players that we were looking at.
Right. So, right.
Maybe at 5, that player wasn't there. I'm not saying that they're probably still going to draft a good player at 5, but still, it's not the same thing. And after winning just 17 games, you want at least a top 3 pick.
Yeah. exactly.
So,
Now, what is your take on Barrett, or at least Barrett's team, you know, saying, listen, we don't want Memphis. We want Memphis to pass because we want to either be in New York or LA. How do you feel about that?
about RJ not wanting to go to Memphis?
Yeah, you know, wanting to be in a big I'm assuming, you know, he
He
wants.
doesn't have to worry about that because he's going to end up either in LA or with the Knicks.
Well, yeah, I mean, he is. He's going to either end up with LA or the Knicks.
So
But
for sure.
But, you know, they kind of even, I guess, just for insurance to secure it, you know, they kind of put it out there, you know, he would prefer if Memphis takes Ja Morant or whoever else so that he can be at 3 or 4 to go to the Knicks or the Lakers. I mean, in the day and age, are you upset when a player does something like that, or does it not matter to you?
I'm not upset at all because, look, the way I look at it, if I were a player, damn, man, I would want to sign with whatever team I want to sign with. I don't want to be drafted.
Yeah.
That's the way I see it. There should be no freaking draft, man. Let them be all free agents.
Yeah, now let me ask you this, right? How this works, and Viv can probably help us with this question. What stops a player from not even entering the NBA draft and declaring himself a free agent? Right? What stops a player from doing that and then being able to sign with whoever he wants to sign with? I don't know what all is behind it, but if I really wanted to go play for whatever team, now obviously you may be passing up on a lot of money, right? If I was RJ Barrett and I wanted to sign with the Knicks, I'm probably going to sign for much less if I stay away from the draft, declare myself an undrafted rookie, whatever, or stay away from the draft, sign a free agent deal, is probably going to be much less than what you're going to get as a top 3 pick, right? He's going to make probably between $7 million a year or something like that as a top 3 pick. Where if he signs without going through the draft, it's probably going to be much less. I don't know. Are there rules around that? I don't know.
All I know is that drafts in all sports, they're just designed to control players' salaries. That's it.
Okay.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
In all sports.
Yeah.
I'm a believer that the draft shouldn't exist in no sports. Everybody should just be a free agent, and they should just be able to sign wherever they want to. And if you want to put, as far as the collective bargaining agreement, if you want to put like a rookie scale on how you can sign when you come into a league, well, you can put a limit, a cap on that. For an example, let's say you can sign for let's say a minimum of $3 million or $5 million, whatever the case may be. But you're allowed to go wherever the hell you want as a player.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because look, let me see. In all walks of life, doctors, lawyers, whatever profession out there in the world,
true.
When you graduate, are you forced? Does a hospital or a law firm draft you and say you have to work for that organization? No, you go wherever the hell you want.
True.
So that's my opinion on the draft. The draft shouldn't exist in any sport. Because I know if I'm a pro athlete, I would want to sign wherever the hell I want to sign. I don't want to be drafted by a team that I don't want to play with. That's just that's my opinion. That's the way I think. So,
yeah. I
mean, but back to the RJ Barrett thing.
Now, see, and look, it does, right now I'm just reading off of Wikipedia, it does say that no player can be eligible to sign with a team until they've at least entered or declared themselves eligible for at least one draft. And I guess that right there, takes away the ability for a player to decide where they want to go, unless they're not a high-ranking player, right? Then, you declare yourself for the draft. You don't get drafted. You can go wherever you want to go. Your high-level players, lottery pick type players, so it's required that they declare themselves eligible for the draft, and then they get drafted, and then there you go.
And another thing, Tim, I think the NBA has to rework in the next collective bargaining agreement, because I mean, you're talking about these first round picks. They're making $9, $8, $7 million. You don't even know if they can play yet, man.
Right.
I mean, something has to happen here where, and then you see veterans that proven players already, then they have to take like minimum bets.
Yeah, well, I can tell you, the NBA has the NBA Players Association is pretty strong, and I know they're not going to let that one go. I don't think they're going to let that one go.
But I mean, think about it. I mean, you're drafting. If I'm a GM and I'm not sure on a kid, and I'm picking, let's say, 5th in the draft, and then I know I have to pay that player around $7 million.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure I even want to draft the guy, because I don't want to commit $7 million of my salary cap to a guy who I don't know if he's even going to be able to produce or play at that level yet.
Yeah.
So they have to rework it, especially now with the G League, because these players are coming, especially in a couple of years when we have players coming in that are going to be 18 years of age, straight out of high school. I mean, they're not going to be ready. And you're going to pay them $9 million to probably stick them in the G League for a couple of years?
I hear you. Let me ask you this. You said that you don't think there should be any kind of a draft. How do you prevent there's not a draft? How do you prevent all of the best players coming out of the draft to end up on just a few teams? And because, if you're a rookie coming into the league, and you're a high level rookie, and you just want to play for the Lakers. That's been your lifelong dream. You want to play for the Lakers, and you got 3 of those guys that want to play for the Lakers, and they all decide we're going to the Lakers.
Well, we're still working with a salary cap.
I mean, you're still working with a salary cap.
There's going to be a limit on how many how much players you're going to be able to get, because everybody's going to want their cut of the pie. So
right.
So it'll work itself out. But I mean, I just in general, I just don't agree with the draft at all. I just see it it only benefits the owners and the teams.
That's true.
Don't pay staff salaries and stuff like that. It's just the way I see it, man.
That's true. Let me get over here to OG Mark. I haven't spoken to him for a minute. OG Mark, I'm coming to you, my man. What's going on with you, man? How you feeling?
I'm doing good, buddy. How you making out?
I'm doing good. Doing really good. Just over here, talking about this RJ Barrett. He wants either the Knicks or he wants LA. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you turn that down in the back?
TV? Yeah. I got you on 3 devices.
All right. Appreciate that.
Absolutely, man.
But, talking about RJ Barrett, he wants the Knicks. He wants the Lakers. We're talking about this whole, the Lakers and the Knicks are going to be battling all summer long, or at least the first few weeks of the summer for not the Lakers and the Knicks, but Los Angeles and the Knicks. For Kevin Durant, possibly, maybe for Anthony Davis. Barrett, he wants the Knicks or the Lakers. I don't know. Where you at, man? Where you at?
Well, I'll tell you what I love hearing is New York's name keeps coming up in a positive way with all these free agents and draft picks. Isn't that a nice thing?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a nice thing.
That is a nice thing. Different, it's a change, man. It really is. I hope everything just keeps rising, and I'm loving it. RJ Barrett, one thing I'd like to say about RJ Barrett, I mean, I don't know what you've heard, but from what I've heard is RJ Barrett was the leader on that Duke team.
Right.
It wasn't Zion.
Right.
So if you're looking for leadership and skills like that, and Zion's extremely exciting, man. He brings like a level of energy to his game that is just awesome to see, and it's going to make him a superstar. But remember, there's been a lot of superstars who have not been leaders. Ergo, honestly, I don't think that LeBron James has been a great leader. I think that Kyrie was actually the glue that held the Cavs together. I think that Dwayne Wade was the glue that held the Heat together. And and who knows what's going to happen, with him over in Los Angeles. I was thinking that maybe Magic could bring some calm to that lack of leadership, or bring some leadership to that to fill that void. But something is going on funny over there that I think we're going to be learning about over the next coming months.
Yeah, it's haywire over there in LA, man. I love it though.
Yeah.
I love it because my best friend.
It's different to see, right?
One of my best friends is a Lakers fan, and I'm just like, he gets on me. Obviously, he lives in New York. He gets on me about the Knicks.
Yeah.
All the time. He's on my back about it. But now it's the Lakers that's the laughing stock of the league. So, let him.
Yeah, he's lightened up lately, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You haven't heard from him much lately.
Exactly. Don't hear nothing
like
from him.
Like a quick message and shit, and he's done, right?
Yeah, I don't hear nothing from him about the Knicks. Because the Lakers are now the laughing stock of the league. The laughing stock of the league.
Yeah, I love that. That's a great story.
Yeah. Here, let me get to a phone call. I'm gonna come back around to the video chat. And we got some people trying to get on. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping?
Hey, what's up, Tim?
What's good with you, man?
Chilling. How's it going?
I'm doing pretty good. Just we're talking about RJ Barrett. We're talking about the New York Knicks. We're talking about the city of Los Angeles. What's your take?
What's at stake? I mean, I'm kind of in the realm where, like, you posted that video a couple weeks ago where it's the 2010, free agency all over again. I think we watched. We were like, the fact that we got the number 3 pick and people are mad because we didn't get the number 1 was one thing that made me feel like, oh, all right, this is starting to get stupid. And then, I mean, Kevin Durant is great, and if he comes to the Knicks, we're going to be great. But that's not what Fizdale and Scott Perry and the other guy told us. They told us they're building this team up. It's going to be a system. So if we go 1 year into their system and then they blow it up and blow the cap, and then we have 3 26-plus old superstars that it looks a lot like 2010. It looks a lot like Carmelo, Amari, and Tyson Chandler, and I don't want that.
So what is it that you want? Because
you know what I'd like to see, and I think this guy is the most underrated free agent on the market, is Julius Randle. That guy put up 21-9. He's an unrestricted free agent, and you don't even hear about him. I think the Knicks, if they're smart, if they tell us what they want, what the whole goal of what they've been telling us for the last year, I think if we traded with Los Angeles the number 3 pick for the 4 pick, they send the 3 pick to New Orleans, LA gets Anthony Davis, we send Frank Ntilikina over to Los Angeles, and we get Ball, and we get Julius Randle, and we get whoever we can get with the 4th pick. Cam Reddish, Jarrett Culver, because you watch the reports, they really like Jarrett Culver. I mean, if we go down and get Jarrett Culver, and then, we have Julius Randle, Lonzo Ball, and Trier, we could still have Knox, and we still have Mitch. Hey, if we win 35 games next year, I'm happy as can be. There's no, we don't have to make the playoffs or the finals next year. We can make, if we win 35 games next year with a real young team, hey, that's great. And we have cap flexibility. That'd be beautiful. That's all I'm going to say. And then you guys You guys could talk about that.
Right. Well, let me.
But
just let me ask you one question though. If you have cap space, you have $74 million in cap space, right? And you have the ability to sign Kevin Durant and another player. And let's say you don't trade any of your young players for Anthony Davis, but you still have the ability to sign Kevin Durant and a young player. To me, you haven't stopped building because
that would be the dream scenario.
Okay.
That'd be the dream scenario. If we just get Kevin Durant and we keep the number 3 pick and we sign, Danny Green and, we get a couple guys, but we keep 20 million if we have to trade it. If we can have the flexibility to pull another max spot a year from now at the trade deadline, you never know who's going to be up at the trade deadline. I just don't want us to go into where we're capped out, where we sign Amari Stoudemire or whoever that's going to be July 1st.
Yeah.
And then we're capped out and we're sitting there and it's the Knicks, same old Knicks, and we go get, we get Kyrie, but then, we got Jimmy Butler. And then traded for Mike Conley,
Yeah. Well,
like that would be same old Knicks. I just want to see us, we're going to go young, stay young. If we're going to get Kevin Durant, that's championship time, but don't max us out with dumb stuff.
Okay.
Keep it flexible. If Kevin Durant agrees to that, that's fine. But, if we lose out on Kevin Durant to put a young, viable team with cap flexibility up there, and, we're shooting for the 8th spot, I'm happy. I'm a happy Knicks fan because that's better than what we've seen for the last 20 years.
Well,
you guys have a good night.
Right. Well, 35 wins. I need to see more than that, man. I'm getting older. 43 years old. I'm ready to see the Knicks do something serious, man. I've gone my lifetime. I've been teased with a couple finals runs. I haven't seen the championship yet. And I want to see what I understand about building, though. I do understand about building, and we want to build right, and we want to use our cap space. We want to be prudent. That's the word that Scott Perry uses, prudent. Right? And I think that they will be prudent. I think that they will be very prudent and be smart with the money. They seem to be a level-headed bunch. James Dolan doesn't seem to be involved in the basketball operations. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trusting that these guys are going to be smart and prudent. I believe that if they don't, they're going for a home run. They're going for a home run. But I think if they don't hit the home run, they're going to settle for first base. Well, I don't want to say settle. They'll be okay for first base. That's what I think with this group. I think they're smart enough. I think they're smart enough to do that. Let me get around. I know a couple guys. Let me take one more phone call, and then I'm going to get back to the video chat. Caller, you on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's poppin'?
Yo, what up, my G?
What's going on with you, bro?
Ain't nothing, man. I'm a big Knicks fan, man. I've been a Knicks fan since I was a little boy, man.
Okay, that's what's up, man. Me too. I'm
34 years old now, you know what I mean? So, I know you're an OG. You've been around the corner a whole lot.
Yeah, so you're 34, right? You got to see a little glimpse of the Knicks being good, right? But, you've been suffering just as long as everybody else, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It's about to change, though, man. I can feel it. It's going to change. It's going to change.
Now, I wanted to talk a little bit, about, the upcoming, free agency and everything like that.
Okay.
I feel like big things are going to happen.
Okay. All right.
Cause I wanted to let you know, all right, how do you feel about the Knicks for next year. As far as, KD, Kyrie, everybody been talking about that. I feel like that could happen. But how do you feel about a lineup of KD, Kyrie, Anthony Davis, and DeAndre Jordan?
I mean, I think that right there, I love that lineup. If we have that lineup, I'm happy. When we fill in the gaps with some veteran players, maybe, we'll still have some young players. Hopefully, if that happens, we still have Mitch Robinson on the team. If that happens, we probably do not have Frank Ntilikina. We probably do not have Kevin Knox. Maybe we don't have Dennis Smith Jr. It would be a toss-up. I don't know. I guess they would have to, the Knicks, if we get Anthony Davis, the Knicks are going to have to decide who's going to fit better, Frank Ntilikina, Dennis Smith Jr. Right? I don't think Emmanuel Mudiay is going to be in the picture. I don't think. But then they've got to decide who fits better. Probably Frank Ntilikina, because you're going to have a guard in Kyrie, right? If we had that lineup, you're going to have a guard in Kyrie, so then you're probably feeling, it's probably Frank Ntilikina that fits better, guy that's not going to demand the ball too much, get in where he fits in, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
But you're going to have other vets that you're going to have to fill, fill in with other vets. But, those four, we got those four right there. I'm happy. Especially if we still have Mitch. Real happy.
Right. And what about Lance Thomas? Lance Thomas, I feel like he should still be there too.
Listen, I'm in support of having Lance Thomas back. Most people in the chat think I'm crazy about it. Think I'm crazy, when I say Lance Thomas could be, a good piece when you have those type of players. Most, everybody kind of, bashes me for it. But I think that Lance Thomas could be a good veteran to have around that group. I agree with you.
Now, I don't bash you at all for that because I know basketball. I've been around. I've seen Patrick Ewing. I've seen Charles Oakley, Mason, Starks, Harper, all of them guys. So I already know the game of basketball.
Yeah, I feel
I've done seen it all.
Yeah, man. Unfortunately, in that he could go in it, if we trade for Anthony Davis, he could go in the trade just to, to make the monies match. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
Yeah, he could go. They got a lot of work to do. The roster, if you look at the roster right now, is very, guard heavy, and they're gonna work all that stuff out though.
Yeah,
I think they're gonna work all that stuff out.
Yeah, Alonzo Trier is a big piece too, because KD. It's all about KD. It's all about making KD happy. DeAndre Jordan's like a brother to him. They played Olympics. They got an Olympic gold medal together. So that's a brother to him. Then Kyrie's a brother to him. Then AD's a brother to him. They all played Olympics together, so they all got that brotherhood together. And
Trier, Trier's a little bit older, so he's a little bit closer to, what's Trier? 22, 23, I think. A little bit older.
About 23. He's about 22.
He's got that dog in him. He'd have to learn to, play within, kind of get in where he fits in. I think Trier plays decent defense. And I think he can learn to play, within a team aspect. I think he can. Some people say, nah, he is what he is, but I still think he's a young kid that can learn some more. I think he'll be all right, especially if he's playing a 6-man role and come in and you can just give him the ball and let him rock.
Yeah, when KD and Kyrie's on the bench, you could let somebody like that go off, let him be the focal point of the offense, or, be able to, he'd be able to score a little bit more.
Yeah. Definitely. Hey,
I'm a big Knicks fan, man. I'm a big Knicks fan. I want us to win a championship. I want to be able to see that going down, in the city, man. We had that little, a little championship parade and all that.
Yeah. I'm going to be there. Telling you, it's going to happen, 5 years. Let's give it 5 years, man. Give it some time to get some pieces in here. Now, if we get Kevin Durant and those guys, then, that's gonna speed it up to the next 2 or 3 years. You know what I'm saying? But if we can if it takes a little bit longer than that, we got to, build a little bit slower. But I think it's going to happen.
No, I believe in it. Once we have that lineup of KD, AD, Kyrie, and DeAndre Jordan, that's a championship team automatically.
Yeah, that's a championship team right there. We'd
That's
have to
a championship team.
That's a championship
team.
DeAndre
Jordan, he's going to take a little less money because he had $24 million this year. He's going to take less money because the Knicks got his bird right.
Right.
So he could take less money.
Well, I think they have to. The Knicks, they have his bird rights, but in order to have enough money, they have to totally relinquish their rights to him. Because if they keep his bird rights, then it eats up a chunk of the cap space still. Even though they haven't signed him, there's a hold on your cap space. So the Knicks got to relinquish their rights to anybody that they have rights to. They've got to relinquish those rights in order to have enough money.
Right. Okay. So basically what you're saying is the number that he came in with when he got traded with, that's basically his cap number right there.
Yeah, it would be something. Yeah, there would be a cap hold in a certain amount of money if they don't relinquish his rights. So they're going to relinquish everybody's rights. That way they can have that cap space. But yeah, that's how it is.
Okay, I got you, man. I got you. I understand. I called in. I support you. I've been watching your videos for a minute. I just never got a chance to talk with you. But I'm definitely a big supporter of you. You're a Knicks fan and you're a New Yorker, so I support all day.
I appreciate you, my man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm from Long Island.
Okay.
I don't know.
Strong Island, baby.
Long Island?
What'd you say?
You from Long Island?
I'm from upstate New York. I've been all over New York. I spent a lot of time in Brooklyn, Utica, New York, Albany, New York. I've been all over New York. I've been all over the state.
Oh, okay. Now I got family in Schenectady, Albany, and all of that.
Yeah. Been all over the place.
My family's in Hempstead, New York. I know you ever heard of Hempstead?
Yep, I've been there.
Yeah, that's my family. That's where my family's from. That's where my family's at now. I'm in. I'll be moving around and stuff.
Yeah. All right. No doubt. Hey, I appreciate you, my man.
Now keep me in line, man. My name is Mike P, man. 'Cause I know you probably got other mics, probably, right?
Yeah, I got you. I see it. I got you up here. I got it logged in.
All right, yeah, Mike P, man. So anytime I call in, man, I definitely want to holler at you, man.
Right. No doubt. I got
What's your name? What's your name? What you go by?
Just Sim, man. SIM.
Oh, Sim.
Yep, that's it.
Oh, okay, Sim, man. I appreciate you taking my call today, man. Have a good night.
Have a good one. All right. Peace. All right. All right, let's get over here to the video chat, man, and talk to some people. Isaiah, what's good, man?
Hey, what's going on, son?
I'm good.
I want to say, are we still talking about RJ Barrett?
Yeah, we kind of going around, with a lot of stuff, still talking about RJ Barrett. We're actually going to move. Yeah, we're basically now just talking about the Knicks are taking on LA. You know what I mean? They're taking on LA this summer. So we talk about RJ Barrett, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant, all of our connections with Los Angeles. Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing about RJ Barrett. Listen, I want people to stop making this into a rocket science. I want people to stop doing this trade down scenario. Listen, RJ Barrett. Shout out to CK2K because everybody should go subscribe and watch this video. He made an excellent point today. We are literally nitpicking RJ Barrett now. We're nitpicking him for the things he don't do or the things he do. And this kid is only 18 years old. And, again, it's so insane that we're nitpicking an 18-year-old kid, calling him, a ball hole, calling himself rich, when people got to understand the context of the situation he was in Duke. When let's be frank, if you really watch Duke games, and I watched them this year, that team was not that good. There was no spacing. It was pretty much him and Zion. The point guard wasn't really Trey Jones was a very, very great defensive point guard. But other than that, he wasn't really a ball handler. He didn't really, have the ball like RJ. RJ Barrett if you look at the point guards that's going in the lottery, he pretty much averaged the same amount of assists as them. I think he averages more assists than the point guards going in the lottery that are projected to go in the lottery. RJ Barrett rebounds pretty much better than most of the big man niggas going in the lottery, or he's either equal or better than, or around that number. Listen, man, it's RJ Barrett. People are really trying to, no disrespect to Jared Cover. He's a very good player, very great player. Will he be good? I think he will, but he's not RJ Barrett, man. This kid is amazing. This kid will be. I personally think he will be a great player. I think if we don't get Anthony Davis, and we just keep, and God willing, we get KD and Kawhi, I think he will fit really well as a ball handler for the Knicks. And I think it's just people are just trying to blow this into a thing where it's just nitpicking RJ. He's only 18 years old, man. It's insane to keep nitpicking RJ when talk about the great things he did, man. He almost scored 1,000 points for Duke, which only JJ Redick has done in a single season. He led them in assists. I think he was behind Zion, the second best rebounder. And when Zion was down, he carried the team. When Cam Reddish underperformed, Trey Jones underperformed, this bench they barely got any points from the bench. And people forget that Coach K played RJ pretty much the whole game, every game. I watched pretty much all the Duke games that was on TV. Mm-hmm. He played them over 30 plus minutes a game because he couldn't get any help from the bench or anything. So we're just nitpicking this kid. I'm sorry, man. It's to me, it's no question when you take at 3. RJ Barrett, it's no question. There's no science. There's no, we should trade down to get no, man, because that's like, it's like you take the talent. In the NBA, it's different from the NFL. NFL, if you want to trade down, you know what, do your thing because you can get game-changing talent any pick in the NFL. That's the beauty about the NFL that I always love about their draft, that you can get a game changer any pick. It's hard. I'm not saying that in the NBA you can't do that, but there's a reason why top guys go first. And RJ's a top guy. And listen, just take the kid. It's simple as that, man. I don't want to keep seeing all these trade down scenarios or get that guy, get this. No, get RJ Barrett, man. His numbers proved it. He proved it this season. It's no question. It's no question to me.
All right. Let me get over here to Nate. See what Nate got to say. Nate. Go ahead, Nate.
You good? Okay. So some quick points. First one about the guy, Ernesto on the draft. You have to have a draft because if you don't have a draft, the young teams lose out because all the good players will go play for the good teams, and you wouldn't have small markets. That's why the draft is because they want to reward the small markets, at least give them opportunities to have good players so they can build their franchise around. Second point is, Sim, I think we got to stop the AD talk, man. I think, I don't know if you heard on the Bleacher that the Pelicans are not interested in Knox. If that's the case and they don't want Knox, I'm not trading Mitch Robinson for Anthony Davis. I'm sorry.
I mean, the thing is this. I've also seen that the Pelicans were interested in Knox and were paying attention to Knox and doing some research on Knox and things like that. They're going to say certain things. Listen, negotiations start now. Whether or not they've been on the telephone talking, right. Negotiations start now. So people leak certain things to let you know. They might say we're not interested in Knox to try to get Mitchell Robinson, but knowing internally we'll settle for Knox. But they may be, there's a lot of things that go on. But
every analyst that's talked about the Knicks trying to trade for Davis has mentioned Mitchell Robinson. Mm-hmm. We're not making the deal of Mitchell Robinson in that thing. I'd rather keep Mitchell Robinson. He's younger. He's got a higher ceiling now. I'm not saying he's going to be Anthony Davis, but we don't know where this guy's going to be in the next 5 years. We see what he is already. Second team, all defensive. He's gonna be a special player.
I don't think he's going to be Anthony Davis. I'm not saying let's trade him. I'm not saying let's trade him for Anthony Davis. I would, want to keep him out of that trade as much as possible. you know, so that you can have him, because eventually those two guys would look beautiful next to each other, if you could put them next to each other, you know.
But also too, there was a report today that the Knicks might not be willing to trade number 3 for Anthony Davis.
Well,
that they really want to keep number 3. They don't want to include number 3 for Anthony Davis.
You know, and like I said, it could all be, they may not want to, or they may, it could be negotiations.
Yeah,
it could be them negotiating through the media, sending things to each other, you know. You never know. Hey, I'm gonna get back. I need to shout out a couple of people, and I'm gonna be right back to the video chat. But I would like to shout out a couple people who's giving me some super chats this evening. Okay. Big shout out to William Marty. Thank you for the super chat. Big Freezy said Mitch, DJ, KD, and Anthony Davis. That's too many 7-footers on the floor at the same time. Too many bigs. We need perimeter defenders and shooters. That is a lot of bigs, but I will say this, Freezy, KD is kind of a 4 and a 3. You know, you can play that 3 spot. AD could play the 4 or the 5, and between DJ and Mitch, you're not gonna have those two guys on the floor at the same time. You know, so it could possibly with one of those two guys, DJ and Mitch, coming off the bench. William Marty again, thank you for the super chat. And then Big Freezy said last year, Big Freezy said tank for RJ. You did. Definitely remember that. But hey, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Or if you're not new and you just been around, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell. You get a notification whenever I go live, drop a video, put a post in my community section. Make sure you subscribe because it's going to be a hot summer. A lot of stuff going on with the New York Knicks this summer, man. We're battling the city of Los Angeles. So, make sure you subscribe so you can stay updated on everything and ring that notification bell. Also, anyone who's interested in putting a down payment on opening night tickets, where, last year we did opening night. We had a lounge. There was food in the lounge. We got to, go on the garden floor and take some pictures. It was fun. It was great. And this year's opening night is going to be off the chain. So make sure you reserve your tickets. Put your down payment down. I just put a link in the description. I'm sorry, not in the description. I just put a link in the YouTube chat where you can go on the website, get your tickets, put your down payment on your tickets. Okay, I have another question. I'm about to ask this caller this question. How would you recruit Kevin Durant? Right? What is the best way to recruit Kevin Durant? Some people say basketball, you got to focus on basketball. Some people want to focus on the business side of New York City. I think the best way to recruit Kevin Durant is to focus on his legacy. Listen, if you focus on basketball, there's nothing that we can match. There's nothing that we can match as far as, what Golden State can match basketball-wise. We can't even match the Los Angeles Clippers basketball-wise at this point. So, we lose that battle. Business-wise, KD can invest money from anywhere in the world. All you got to do is, you can do it on the web. You can do it on the internet. Right? You can invest anywhere in the world. You can meet with investors or an investing group from any place. That doesn't matter. And in today's age of social media, you can build your brand from anywhere. that no longer matters. Certain players, but Kevin Durant, it doesn't matter at all. Some players being in New York is going to propel your brand, right? But not for Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant is going to be Kevin Durant no matter where he plays basketball. Okay? I think your recruiting pitch to KD has to be focused on his legacy. Because I do believe that KD cares about his legacy. He's very conscious of his legacy and where he stands within the pantheon of NBA players. I think that's where the Knicks have the hook. And that is where, you know, you can pull him in, draw him in. A TV show? Who cares? You don't care. Kevin Durant can go to any television station in the nation. In the nation. Say, I want to start a TV show here. They'll give him a TV show. Okay? He doesn't need Madison Square Garden to make a TV show. Doesn't need that. What he needs the Knicks for is to make sure his name is down as one of the all-time greats. Right? Right now, he's in a weird spot, a weird position within all-time NBA players. He's in a weird position because of his move to Golden State. And like I said earlier, I believe that move, it hurt him and it helped him. It was a gift and a curse. Right? He took a reputation hit, but he elevated his basketball status because he got to perform on the highest stage of basketballdom. That's a word. He got the highest stage of basketball. He's got to perform on the highest stage by going to the Warriors. I know, Tony Crow earlier said, we don't know if OKC would have beat Golden State. He's right. We don't know. They may have. I don't think they would have. I don't think that they had there's something missing with the team. That's the reason why Golden State was able to come back 3-1 deficit. Something missing in there. Either the relationship between Russell Westbrook and KD. Something was missing in there. And I don't think it was going to be salvaged. So I think if he doesn't go to the Warriors, I don't think he's on the level that he's on now. Right now he's on, the biggest name in basketball. I think if he stays in OKC and he doesn't win a championship, he doesn't go to the NBA Finals, I don't think he'd be the biggest name in basketball. Right? But although he's the biggest name in basketball, he has nothing to stake his claim. Right? Nothing to stake his claim. I don't know who I was watching. I forgot. Maybe it was Colin Cowherd. I watch Colin Cowherd a lot. I like him. Right? But it's got like Magic and Bird. I think this is what Colin was saying. And maybe it was First Take. One of them, Magic and Bird, saved the NBA. Saved the NBA. Pushed us into a new era of basketball. Michael Jordan became the leader of that new era of basketball. Michael Jordan, obviously, in my opinion, the greatest player to ever touch a basketball, even though I don't like him. I don't wear Jordans to this day. I don't wear Nike to this day because of Jordan and his rivalry with the New York Knicks. I really don't. That's the God's honest truth. I really don't. I really don't. But Michael Jordan is definitely the greatest player, in my opinion, to ever touch a basketball. And he took the game to new heights. Business-wise, on the basketball court, right? He took it to new heights. And then LeBron didn't really change the game But he was like the mixture of Jordan, Magic, and them guys. And then you got Steph Curry. Changed the game of basketball. Right? Made the game different. Made the game totally different. Everything we know of the way that we play back. Listen, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people my age, when you first seen Steph Curry and them guys play, was like, yo, why are they shooting these wild shots? What's wrong with them? Like, what is wrong with them? They're shooting these crazy shots. But they was making them. You know what I'm saying? They was making them. Changed the way that we played. Where's Kevin Durant in all of that? Right? Kevin Durant is just a great player, but he wants to be one of those guys. So where is he in all of that? He has nothing to stake his claim. Nothing to stake his claim. Besides just being a really, 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 really good player. But nothing to stake his claim. So, I think he's looking for that one thing that stakes his claim. And yeah, no, I do not own a pair of Jordans. I don't foresee myself owning a pair of Jordans. Whenever I look at them, I'm like, nah, I don't want them. I rock Pumas, I rock Adidas, those basic, that's what I wear. I ain't not even gonna front. I wear Ewings. But I do not rock Jordans. I got one pair of Nikes. The only reason why I got those is because somebody bought me a gift card for my birthday, and I went ahead and, got me a pair just because it was a gift card for my birthday. Other than that, I don't rock them. I won't rock them. I won't rock them. So, that's what it is. I don't wear them. Puma, Adidas, Ewings. I rock some other stuff, New Balance. I like New Balance. Running sneakers. The running sneakers. You know what I mean? But, yeah. So, that's why I think the Knicks, you got to sell, you sell that legacy to KD. You sell that legacy. This is your last stop. And this is what's going to put you on the mountaintop. You know what I'm saying? This is going to put you on the mountaintop. That's, to me, how you sell KD. No other team in the league, KD. That's what I'm telling them. If I'm Scott, no other team in the league can put you on the mountaintop. I don't care where you go. You're not going to be put on the mountaintop if you win a championship there. You can go to Miami. LeBron already did it there. Go to Chicago. I mean, they got Michael Jordan there. They've won it within the last 20 years. You can go to the Clippers, but you're still going to get outdone by the Lakers. But if you come to New York, you're the next one. Right? If you come to New York and you win, you're going to be put on the mountaintop. You're going to be put on the mountaintop of the greatest city in the world, which means you're going to be on the mountaintop of the league. That's what I'm selling to KD. You know what I mean? That's what I'm selling him. Selling him on his legacy. Now it's time to make your legacy in the league. That's what I'm selling him on. I think that's what needs to be the pitch. You know what I mean? That's what needs to be the pitch to KD. Don't bring him in the room and show him pictures of Chris Rock and Tracy Morgan and Spike Lee, videos of these guys asking him to come to New York. Freak all that. He knows about that. He knows those guys. He talks, he knows them guys already. He don't need all that. He don't need all that. He's got a business in New York City already. So he knows about that. You don't need that. Got to sell him on the legacy. His legacy. His legacy. What is he leaving behind? What's going to be his flag in the NBA? Is your flag going to be the guy who jumped on a 73-win team just to win some championships, even though you were a great player already? Is that going to be what you leave behind in the league? Because that's what it is right now. That's what it is now. You don't want that to be what you leave behind in the league. Go to the Knicks, win with the Knicks. That's what you leave behind in the league. And I'm going to get to this phone call, then I'm coming back to the video chat. Caller, you're on live with Nothing But Knicks. What's popping, man?
What's going on, bro? It's JJ. How's everything?
What's up,
man?
JJ? I'm chilling, man. Let me ask you, what's your recruiting pitch to KD? How you recruiting?
I think what you were saying, it's got to be, the legacy thing. I think that's what it's got to be. You do it in New York. I mean, look at the players. Look at Joe Namath. The guy had won one Super Bowl. He's a god here. Mark Messier. These guys are kings.
Yeah.
All it takes is one, man. He doesn't need, there don't need to be a dynasty. Give me four. Just give me one, and he'll be king forever here, man.
That's it. Just one.
One here is going to mean more than the 3 he wins in Golden State.
That's it.
It's not even going to be close.
Right. Same. And that's the same thing with LeBron. That one in Cleveland means way more. And he had to go. And listen, LeBron had to go to Miami to learn how to handle being, because they were winning in Cleveland, but he had to go to Miami to learn how to handle and how to handle winning, to learn how to be a leader.
If you ask him what the Cleveland one means more than the Miami, of course he's gonna. The one in Cleveland means so much more than the ones in Miami.
Yeah, you know? He had to learn how to be. LeBron had to go learn how to be a championship leader.
Exactly.
I don't know if KD is a championship leader, which is the reason why you probably need some other people there. I don't know.
Yeah, that's debatable.
I don't know if he is a leader of people.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that with KD, to be honest with you.
Can I ask you this? Do you worry that it would be kind of like LeBron, where I knew from the get-go when he went there, it wasn't for basketball, it was, for everything else. Does that worry you that, he comes here and he worries about all the other stuff?
It does.
And basketball?
It does.
Yeah,
And that's another reason why I'm not recruiting him on the business stuff. Right? Because I want him to feel like he's coming to cement his legacy. And if he's coming to cement his legacy, then, while he's going to have his business endeavors, and I never, ever put down a player having their business endeavors, right? Because they're not going to be NBA players the rest of their lives. As a matter of fact, they're not going to be NBA players for most of their lives, okay? They're going to be remembered as an NBA player, but they're not going to be NBA players. Most of their life, they are not an NBA player, okay? So, the business endeavors do not bother me. Now, when he's with the Knicks, though, I want his mindset to be, I'm cementing my legacy as one of the greats. As one of the greats.
I think that would still be part of their pitch, though. It would still have to be, what he could do off the court, which is scary little, because like LeBron, his heart was never in it. He went there for everything else but basketball.
Yeah, but I think KD already knows what he can do off the court in New York City. He already knows that.
Yeah, that's true.
I think he already knows that. He knows that. I mean, he's already moved the business there. He has an office there already, right, in New York. So he already knows what he can do.
Yeah.
Can
I ask you this? I just wanted to talk about AD real quick. Say if you could choose one to not give up or one to give up between Mitch and the third pick. They said you have to give us. Obviously, I think you're gonna have to give both. But if you can only give one, which would you rather trade?
Tough one. I don't know.
Yeah, right. I was thinking about that. Isn't that kind of tough, right?
I don't even want to answer that question.
Yeah, it's kind of tough. Yeah, I was saying, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't even want to answer that question. So,
I think you're gonna have to give up both. These guys, the Knicks fans, we think these guys have value, but Knox, Keenan Smith, those guys don't have trade value off the years they had last year. I know they're high draft picks, but those guys didn't have good years last year.
Yeah.
I don't think you're not getting AD for them. You're gonna have to. I think you're gonna have to give up Mitch and the third pick to get it done. That's what I think.
Oof, it's gonna be, yeah.
I don't want.
Not.
I mean, gun to my head, but they have to give up Mitch. I mean, I don't think Mitch is ever going to be AD, so I think I would have to, obviously with debate, but I think I would have to do it. If I knew those other guys were coming, then I think I'd do it.
And I see B Baller for real says B Baller for real says he'd give up the third pick. Slick Nick said he'd give up the third pick as well.
Yeah.
Instead of
that would be like a good poll question. What would you rather give up, the third or Mitch?
Tough one.
It's not easy.
No, it's not. That's why you gotta respect Scott Perry, man. You gotta respect them because they got a tough job.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to give. I don't think they can get it done without giving up both, honestly. Which I don't want to do, but I think that's what it's gonna take. The Lakers have another asset now, jumping all the way up to 4. Ingram, Kuzma, Ball. They got our package is better if we give up 3 and Mitch. It's definitely better. But if you only give up 1. Plus the Dallas and it's not as good as the Lakers. Just not. I mean,
Tough, man.
You offer both of those, you get AD. If you give them 3 and 3 and Mitch gets it done for sure.
Okay,
definitely.
All right. Hey man, I appreciate the call.
All right, man. I appreciate it, man. Have a good one, bro.
Have a good one.
All right.
All right, let me get over here to the video chat. I want to know what these guys think, man. Your recruiting pitch for KD. How you recruiting Kevin Durant? What are you saying to him? What are you telling him? That's what I want to know. Let me see. Who am I going to get around to? Aunt G. I haven't heard from Aunt G, man.
Yo.
What's good, man? How you recruiting KD? What's your pitch?
I was telling the dudes in the chat, man, my first order of business is I'll put a little okie doke, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would, by accident, I'll schedule KD and Kyrie's meeting at the same time. By accident, and they both show up to the office. I'm like, oh, I double booked. You feel me?
Well, let's do this together.
Yeah, we might as well knock it out together. Let's get to the nitty gritty. And I think my whole pitch to KD would be one, I wouldn't want to come off as desperate, because we're trying to sell him on the idea that he can come here and win. If we sound desperate. Because the Clippers aren't gonna sound desperate,
right?
They have. We got to realize who we're up against. He's familiar with Jerry West. Jerry West is the one that got him to Golden State. He loved the Clippers pitch the last time. So even though I don't think he's gonna go there, we have to. I think the pitch for Kevin Durant has to be basketball, and all the legacy stuff and the business opportunities. We got to get that in too. But I think we should do that after we talk about basketball. We gotta, the Kyrie or Kawhi, whatever effect, we have to speak on that. Let him know that we have, and if they're confident, like say they spoke to Kyrie's guys or they spoke to Kawhi's guys, make KD privy to that information. That we're confident we can get another guy with you. We got a package for AD. I think the pitch has to center around who's gonna be here with him. It has to be about the guys that's gonna be around him. And Scott Perry, he was talking about the family atmosphere. I saw somebody in the chat talking about being a all black front office. Highlight that. Just show him all of the work you've been doing, all of the the foundation you set, have players come in, have DeAndre Jordan talk about how, what he experienced. Have guys that were there that enjoyed it. Lance Thomas, a guy he respects, talk about this, the everyday function of the franchise, because we have to find a way to debunk that idea that the Knicks are a dysfunctional franchise that Max Kellerman loves to spew all over TV. We have to combat that, because the sad truth is that people really believe that we're still dysfunctional. So, that has to be our goal. And then, like you said before, the legacy, man. If we can first convince him that there's going to be dudes here with him that can get it done, after we convince him of that, then it's going to be easy to convince him of, and after you get it done, this is what's going to come with that. You're going to be in the top conversations. You're going to be the man in the league, but we have to, not just pitch him on the rewards of winning, but we have to show him how he's going to win.
Well, I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. You got to show him how he's going to win. Right.
And I think if we do that, man, because I think Kevin Durant's a smart dude, man. He knows a lot of this stuff already. He has guys that have been paying attention to what the Knicks have been doing, and I just think we have to present it. And that's if he takes these meetings, but I think we have to present it. And I think he has a good idea of what he wants to do. We just can't fumble at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
And I think if we, don't go in there with a bunch of gimmicks and some rappers and stuff, don't do none of that, man. Just show him the plan, show him what we've been working on. It's not a gimmick. So just show him the work you've been putting in. And I think he'll be a New York Knick, man. Okay. I think it's that simple.
All right. OG Mark, I want to know what you think, man.
I think
OG Mark, how can you turn that down in the back? Turn that down some, please.
Oh yeah, here I go again. Right. Sorry.
Buddy. How
cool,
are you? How are you recruiting KD? What's your pitch to
him? Honestly, I believe that the pitch to KD already happened. I forget the name of the inner city game that goes on. I think it's in the Bronx somewhere. And he went through there, and you could see he just fell in love with the city. And that's what he really wants, Sim. He doesn't really care about the money. He's going to take the money.
He wants the love.
He wants the legacy, and he wants the love, man. He wants to be the one that goes down the street, that the kids, the fans, people that are just in the hustle and bustle of their day, stopping and saying, "You're the man. Thank you for coming here, taking on the challenge." That's what's going to give him the goosebumps, man. All this other stuff is peripheral. And also another quick thing about him going to Los Angeles. It's just a smokescreen, man. They have to say something because so much attention has been brought up that he's coming to New York. Look at Vegas. Vegas went ahead and put us the number 3 team. That ship has sailed. And what we need to do is just make this a home for him and show him the love. And all that other stuff is going to work itself out that we talked about him, opening up his production business and all the stuff he's doing. His business ventures are going to happen, but he's here for the love, man.
That's, you know what, Mark, that's one of the best things. That's one of the best things that I've heard, man.
Oh, cool. Thanks, Tim.
It really is, because he is here for the love. He wants to be embraced.
He is, man. He's here for the love.
He wants to be embraced.
He wants to feel it from us. I'm going to make you a prediction, Sam. He's going to be on this show. He will be on this show probably next year.
That'd be something.
You want to know why?
Come on, KD.
It's the fans that are on this show. Yeah. This is not a commercialized situation. Mm-hmm. And being commercialized is great. You get to make money. But we're the heart of the city. We feel what's going on. He's going to be on this very show that we're on right now.
Come on, KD.
And you're going to introduce him.
Come on to the show. You're
going to introduce him.
That'd be what's up.
It's the love that he's here for, man. All that other stuff, he's got buckets of money. Mm-hmm. It's like breaking into a gangster's house, rip the walls out. You find money everywhere. He's got money everywhere. He wants to be in our hearts. He wants the fans. And you know what? We want him too. To take on Gotham City, it's big.
Yeah, you're right, man. You're right. Get him in.
That's what he wants.
Well, the Knicks will probably be going to meet KD, but if you can find a way to get a group of kids, group of fans down Dykeman at Rucker Park,
that's what he fell in love with.
Bring KD fans there and let everybody just shower him in love. Is that the name
of the game, Sim?
Huh?
What's the name of the game in the city that he went to last year? What's the name of the game in the city? Did you just mention it?
I mean, Dykeman. I mean, he's always he's been at Dykeman.
Remember when he was walking
Rucker
through
Park.
the city? They were just following him around. Yeah. It was just the greatest thing to watch. I probably watched that 10 times.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You might be right. Isaiah? Go ahead, man. Isaiah?
Hey, Sam. It's gonna be my final words, man. I'm going to bed after this.
Yeah, I'm gonna be heading off in a second too. But yeah, go ahead.
I wholeheartedly agree with Ant said, listen, we got to keep this. Listen, his agent
Hold on,
is a
I'm
Knicks
sorry.
fan.
Hold on 1 second. My fault, Isaiah. I know you tired. You know what I'm saying? You've been in the kitchen cooking all night. You know what I'm saying? You probably still feel like you got grease all over your skin and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you've been cooking all night. But I just want to say, Imbert the Great said KD wants that combo, that chicken over rice combo with the white sauce. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, if you take him somewhere, Scott Perry, make sure that's my favorite. That's my favorite. You know what I'm saying?
I'll cook that for you, son, if you don't think I'm a widow.
Any food truck that I go to, in anywhere, DC, New York, it don't matter. I was in Philly, but I didn't get it from the food truck in Philly. I got a little spot, little corner spot, but it was still good. That's my combo there, though, man. Chicken over rice.
I got you.
Chicken over rice with the white sauce is crazy.
I got you. When I come down, I'm cooking for the family.
Okay. All right.
Cooking for the babies. I'm cooking for the babies and cooking for y'all. Don't you worry. Don't you worry your pretty light-skinned self.
All right. You know, Isaiah, man, he's saying a lot of, like, you keep hitting on me on the show, man. What's up, man?
God, man.
What you doing? Man. What you doing? It's 500 people watching this, man.
Oh, man, listen. Don't. Oh, man, you crazy. You crazy, man.
Go ahead, man.
Let me just say this, man. I'm gonna get that white sauce. Wait, pause. Pause. Wait, what am I talking? I'm not even.
Yeah, just go in a different direction, man.
I don't even know. It's wild right here. All right, hold on.
Just go in a different direction, man.
Yo, man, don't even listen. Y'all don't listen to this. The 500 new people don't listen to this. This is between me and Sim, and it's not weird. This is brotherly love. This is a fatherly love. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. But nah, son. This is. I mean, listen. KD father's a Knicks fan. KD's agent is a Knicks fan. When it comes to legacy, they know what it is. They told him what it is if he comes here, and they know that. But you know what I would tell him, man? And who said it best? What's my man name from the MSG Network? Not Alan Hahn. He said it, man. This is the heaviest jersey in the NBA, son.
Mm-hmm.
This is literally the heaviest jersey. You put that jersey on, you look, man. I'll tell him like this, man. It ain't gonna be easy. You come here, it's not easy. It's not always gonna be fun. And I will tell you though. I will tell him this: you try your hardest, you try your best, you give it out, you give it to the court every day, every time. This is gonna be genuine love, man. Listen, Knicks fans are a lot of things, but when you play hard for us, we genuinely love you, man. Like people it's crazy. Zen, to this day, people talk about John Starks like he won a championship.
Yeah.
Talk about Patrick Ewing like he won 8 championships.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can't. I'm sorry, man. You can't get this love anywhere else. Not to me in any other sport. And I love sports to death, man. It's my favorite thing. But
yeah, it's all true.
You can't get this New York Knicks love anywhere else, man. And you got to keep it about basketball. He knows what he's gonna do business wise when he come here. You don't think he already got a business plan? You already know what he's gonna do. You already know the opportunity that's gonna come his way. You don't think agents that from New York have talked to him about, oh, when you get here, we're gonna do this. Come on, they already know that. We got to keep this about legacy. Keep this about basketball. Keep about how we're gonna win. That's important. What Ant said is how are we gonna win, and also the black office thing. That's big. People overlook that, but that's big, man. I know for myself as a black man, I will look into like, oh shoot, we got a black coach, a black president, a black.
Yeah.
Me personally, I would look into that. That would be very popping to me.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, just keep it basketball, and keep it about legacy. Don't talk about business. He already knows about that. Keep it like that. Show how you're gonna win, and I think we're gonna give him the win. And I got you, Sim. Summertime, we're gonna play basketball. I'm gonna whoop you. Then we're gonna go home. We're gonna go to your home. We're not going to my home. I'm going to yell.
All right.
We going. I'm watching it. I'm trying to be careful with the words, man. Because people out here only think we wear with white sauce and chicken and stuff. Like people wondering what we doing. But we got the chicken, man. We gonna get the rice. Listen, we gonna go to the grocery store, not together, separately. We can be.
It don't matter how you say it, Isaiah. It's not gonna come out right.
Because we ain't gonna bump into each car. We ain't gonna bump into the carts, man.
It's not gonna. No matter. It's not gonna come out right. However you say it, man. It's not gonna come out right.
Look,
no way, man.
I'm gonna bring my girlfriend. I'm gonna bring my girlfriend.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right, man. Nate. Go ahead, Nate. Nate? Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah, go ahead. Can you hear me? Nate?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna let Isaiah say his last word.
Oh, no, I already muted him, man.
Oh, okay.
He's getting himself in trouble.
Too much bromance going on, man. Too much bromance. All right. So I'm in sales, so I like to keep things simple. So this is my pitch to KD. You get the keys to the kingdom. You're the leader of this team. No one's going to overstep you. This is your team. You got a young squad that's ready to follow your lead, and we get you whoever you want. And you bring us a chip. I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, the reason why we're bringing him in is because we want to win a championship. We don't want to just get in the playoffs. We don't want to just get in the top 5. We don't want to just get to the Eastern Conference Finals. We want to win a championship. So that's what you're pitching him. Okay. Is like, you're coming to New York because you feel you can bring a championship to our team. And we'll get you whoever you want. But this is your team. It's not Russell Westbrook's team. It's not Steph's team. This is Kevin Durant's team. No one will overstep you. This is your team, and you'll be the leader. Now go.
Okay.
Simple. I mean, put the power in his hands. I think that's really what he wants. He wants that feeling that this is my team. This is my city. This is my community. This is my fans. I mean, I think that's, like you said, the love part. He just wants to feel embraced.
I mean, he kind of had it in OKC.
It was always Russ's team, in my opinion. I think Russ, I mean, when Russ came along, Russ just kind of took over that team, you know, and that's why KD left, because he couldn't get along with Russ. With the New York Knicks, there's nobody really that's going to overstep him.
Until we get somebody in. Then what?
I mean, who are we talking about? Kyrie? I still think it's going to be KD.
Well, it would be KD. I mean, listen, KD's the best player in the league, in my opinion. Yeah. So he's always going to be.
If we would have got Zion,
I know what you're saying.
Yeah, if we would have got Zion, that would have been interesting, because Zion is a very, very strong personality, and it could overshadow KD.
Well, I mean,
he's not.
I agree with you, not because of Zion's personality. I agree with you just because he's already popular and people already love him. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
Yeah, that would have been
there's no distraction there. So yeah. I'm telling you, man, give the keys to this guy. Tell him that we brought you here to win a chip, and let's do it. Simple as that.
All right. Mark, wake up, man. This man got one eye open, one eye closed. What's going on with you, bro? What you doing over there? What you doing over there? Yeah, what's good, Mark?
Listen, man. Listen, KD want to be wanted. That's all. You gotta treat him. You gotta treat him like you need him, man. That's what he wants.
Yeah. So I mean, what's your pitch to him, man? What's your pitch?
Listen, I would have the players that he would need him play before he even steps in the room. I would tell him what we would do. Plus the thing, this is why Fizdale play a big part, because I think KD want to be challenged in a way where you challenge him as the best player once he come here. Because as much as Steve Kerr challenged him on Golden State, there's other superstar players there. So I think that Fizdale would play a role in that, challenging him to be the best player and to to handle more responsibilities. I would have the free agents in line for him, show him what team we're trying to build around him for the years to come in, and just give him the reins, whatever you want to do. And plus, having Scott Perry, just having a black organization the way he's set up, it's just perfect. It's more he's gonna feel comfortable.
Yeah. Not only can he cement his legacy, but then he's part of a bigger legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what's so crazy? Now, lucky thing we didn't get Zion, because I think that kind of would have played a big role into KD's ego, because I think if Zion would have landed, we'd have loved Zion more than we love KD.
Oh, that would have happened. That would have happened.
That would have been catastrophic.
Yeah, because everybody, Knicks fans would have been in love with Zion. I mean, yeah, that would have happened. And KD would have then again felt like this is not my city.
He's sharing.
He's sharing.
Think about this, Sam. And people forget about this. You remember when they said that, the Warriors went to Hamptons to go recruit KD?
Mm-hmm.
But what people don't know, before all the recruiting, right? KD called Jared Jack to wonder if Steph Curry character is what he displays in real life. And when he got the answer, Jared Jack knew he was going to come. And that's when they went to the Hamptons. But they had to go to the Hamptons to recruit him to make it seem like they want him, like they need him.
Right.
It's KD's looking for what he had at OKC. Because OKC, they coddled him. Like, the way OKC coddled Russell Westbrook, he had that. But he felt like he couldn't win with Russell Westbrook, so he had to leave. And they kind of favored Westbrook more than they favored him. That was another reason why he left. They favored Westbrook more than they favored Kevin Durant. That's one of the reasons why he left too. And they didn't do enough to make his team a championship team. By trading Harden, that was a big mistake, because he didn't want that to happen. And anytime you hear him talk about, what if it was you, Harden, and Westbrook? He said before, we was Golden State before Golden State. So that kind of played a role in why he left. And when he went to Golden State, he thought that he was going to go there to get all the accolades, and then he's the face of the team. No, it don't work like that. The same thing with Kyrie, Sim. That's Jason Tatum's team. They like Jason Tatum more than Kyrie, because they drafted him.
It means something when you draft somebing. It means something.
It's a big difference. And as much as these stars probably say, I don't need all the love. They do. They do.
Yeah,
they
of course.
do. They want to be part of the organization. That's what LeBron want to do, and that's why he left Miami, because it was Pat Riley or nothing.
Yeah.
And in Cleveland, he knew he could have run the organization.
Right.
That's why he's staying out of everything in LA. Yeah. He's not doing nothing. He's making them run it. He's not causing no problems right now in LA, because he don't have that power.
Oh, yeah, he don't have that power. LA is bigger than him. LA, the Lakers are bigger than LeBron. He's just another star that's come through. They're bigger than LeBron.
I heard that, Ant.
Yeah. Ernesto, man. What about you? What are you doing to get LeBron, KD here?
Well, you got to look him straight in the face and ask him, do you want to win 5 more titles? Because all you need is one title in New York. It's going to be like 5 anywhere else.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I think they have a lot. They have some things that are going to be unconventional, I think, to recruit KD, and not that they have to do anything crazy, but just selling them, like OG Mark said, on the love that you're going to get from the city, finding a way to package that and bring it to him.
Look,
so he can feel it, his legacy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's all about definitely.
It's about that.
From here on out.
It's about his legacy. It's about feeling loved.
This is about, look, KD's what, 31?
31. Gonna be 31. Yeah.
Look, this is about closing out his basketball career.
Yeah.
And trying to go out and leave on the highest level possible, which is winning a chip in New York City. Man.
Right.
This is about experience, man. And KD understands it.
Right.
I mean, he's won 3 championships already with Golden State. He won 3 times already. He's gonna probably win another one this year.
Is it 3? Is it 3?
No, well, Golden State has won. He's won twice with
He's
Golden
won twice.
State,
Yeah, he's won twice.
This will be his 3rd.
Yeah.
And speaking about that, I just wish the Warriors just sweep whoever they face, whether it's the Raptors or the Bucks. I just hope they win game 1, win game 2. Just make it real clear to KD so he can look. You don't need me.
I think they're gonna have a tough time with Milwaukee. If it's Milwaukee, I think they have a tough time with Milwaukee, man. Milwaukee's tough. I know they lost the last 2 against Toronto, but I think Milwaukee's be a tough matchup for them, especially if they don't have
topic here. But yeah,
if they don't, if Milwaukee does, if the Warriors don't have KD, but they got Giannis, it's gonna be tough.
Look, I'm telling you, these Golden State, their true big 3, Curry, Thompson, and Draymond, they're making it a mission, a statement. They want to prove it to everybody. Yeah. I mean, they're playing better than they played when they got their first championship. And Curry's out Curry's out on a mission. I just want to see the Warriors win the first 3 games. So it could just be over. You know what I'm saying? Look, it's done with. Yeah. Golden State is not an option anymore. Where are we going? But the recruitment to KD has to be about closing out his legacy in the biggest market, in the biggest basketball market in the world, and trying to win. Whereas let's face it. If he signs with the Knicks, that means you're going to play 41 games at the Garden.
Mm-hmm.
Every team that comes to play at the Garden, everybody's hyped. You're going to get every team's best effort when you're playing at home and when you're playing at the road as a New York Knick. That's the thing that one of as we all Knick fans know. That's tough, man. That's tough on the players on the team.
Yeah.
But that's why it's that is the toughest place to win, because every team is coming at you when you're playing at home. And when you're playing on the road, they don't want to lose to you either. So you're getting every team's best effort every
all the
night.
time. Every night. Yeah. It's
that's
something.
Hard, man.
It's tough. That's tough.
Breaks.
That's tough, man. That's definitely tough. Yeah.
So that's why you also have to make the pitch as a bit of a challenge. Do you think you're really up for this? Do you think you can really handle this?
Yeah.
To see if that can get them going, because think about it. That's how it is playing in New York.
Yeah.
At the Garden, bro. You get everybody's trying to put up career numbers. Everybody's trying to get that W.
Everybody wants a Garden game.
Look,
everybody wants to have a Garden game. Yeah. But
I'm born and raised in New York, but I've been living down in Miami for the last 20 years.
Uh-huh.
Okay? So at the Heat, the Heat, man, all these teams that come over here, these teams come to party, bro. They come to party, and you can see how when they play the Heat, they're getting like a 70% effort.
Right.
Right.
The
Heat. That's not the case, man, with the Knicks.
No.
The Knicks are always getting 100% from their opponents.
Yeah.
That's why it's hard, man. It's hard.
That's tough. Well, Knicks fans, everybody, I'm heading out for the night, man. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm jumping off. So I'm gonna come around, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. And I know around this time a lot of people start logging off. So before you log off, I just want to say, subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. Right? Hit that like button. Get them likes up there. Subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell so you get a notification whenever that I'm live. All right? Follow us all summer long. The Knicks versus Los Angeles. That's what it is right now. The Knicks are going to have to deal with Los Angeles Clippers, Los Angeles Lakers throughout the summer if they want to get done what they want to get done. All right? If you are interested in opening night tickets and you want to put a down payment down on an opening night ticket, I'm putting the link right here in the YouTube chat so you can go ahead and take care of that right now. Remember, subscribe to the channel, ring that notification bell, share it on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, whatever it is. All right? We're gonna do some last words and head up out of here. Let's get some last words in. All right. Let me see. I'm gonna start with OG Mark. 30 seconds, man. Give me 30 seconds of some last words, OG.
Okay, man. Listen, we covered a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We covered a lot of stuff. I'm just gonna make one last quick point.
Okay.
I'm going back to Kristaps Porzingis. The man puts four seasons in the NBA, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's 328 games, Sam. You know how many games he played in? 168. You know how many games he missed? 142. Now picture all the games he got pulled out early. This guy is not very reliable. I think it was a great move when they traded him. I think that was a great move.
Yeah. Well, they did the right thing. They did the right thing.
He's not reliable. He gets injured. Out of 328 games, he only played 162, and he missed 100 and he played in 168. He missed 142 games out of his whole career with us.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That is.
That's insane.
That is.
So I think it was a great move. We've been making good moves, and I'm looking forward to the next show.
All right, man. I'll be on, what's today? Wednesday. I'll be on Friday night.
Cool.
All right.
We'll see you there.
See you then, man. Later. Nate, 30 seconds, bro.
Sim, why in God's good earth do the NBA have the draft before free agency? Every other sport, football, they do the free agency for the draft. Why is that with the NBA?
You know, I don't know.
That's been a head scratcher for me for like the last month or so.
Yeah, I don't know.
How easy would it be if we had free agency already? We know who we signed. Now we can go draft the player that will fit what we need.
Right. Fit what you need, and you know if you're gonna, you know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, it works for football.
Yeah.
That's what football does.
I have no idea.
Have the draft.
I have no idea.
I really would like to find out like what's the reason behind it? Like why do they feel like they have to be different from everybody else?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's probably has something to do with marketing, maybe. I don't know. You know, the NBA's, they're master marketers over there.
But still, I mean, you think NBA teams would be happier if they could get their free agent players and then draft the players they want?
Definitely.
Instead of just drafting a player and then hoping in hell you get one of the other players.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh. So. I don't know. Maybe they'll change one day. We'll see.
Maybe.
All right. Appreciate it,
We'll
Nate.
see you Friday.
See you Friday. Peace.
Later.
Isaiah, last words, man.
Man, it's been a weird night with me and you and Sam. I don't know, man. It's been a weird night, man. But I'm gonna say this: I love you in the most professional way. Look, I know I keep digging myself in a bigger hole, man. Wait, pause, no hole. Look, I hold on, Sam. I wanted to say this. I've been wanting to say this. Tomorrow, I want to talk great hip hop movies and why there's no great hip hop movies no more.
Okay.
I want you to add that to the segment. I don't know if you already got your segment ready, but I want to talk about great hip hop movies.
And for those who don't know what he's talking about, tomorrow night, you know,
the
front stoop, you know what I mean? So anyone that is, if you're a hip hop head, feel free to join us. You know, I'm gonna put the link in here. You guys can subscribe to the channel. It's been great so far. I'm getting a lot of positive feedback. All right, so I'm gonna put the link in it. I'm gonna put the link in the YouTube chat. You guys can go ahead and subscribe to the front stoop. And tomorrow night we'll be on for a couple hours talking hip hop, society, life.
It's great, man. I love your channel, man. I love the front stoop, man. You know what we talk about, man. It's so dope and it's so organic and so real. Yeah. It really be feeling great. I don't want to sound cliche, but it really do feel like we're talking like on a summer day, just everybody just around just talking, listening to other opinions, arguing, not agreeing. It ain't that LeBron in the shop. It ain't none of that. It's we arguing, we actually talking real. And I love it, man, because we all don't agree, but we respect each other at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But Kid and Play, man, they're the GOATs of the hip hop movie. I just want to say that. I just want to give a big They're the GOATs of the hip hop movie.
All right.
But yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Sam. Shout out to Mark. Shout out to Ernestine. I said Ernestine.
Ernesto.
King.
Ernesto.
I said the blackest name.
All right, man. Peace, man. Get this guy out of here. You tripping, man. Ernesto, man, you got some final words.
Yeah, Nate stole a little bit of my thunder, man. There's two things I would like the NBA to change. Obviously that I want free agency to come first before the draft. They can easily do it. I mean, they can start it. What the NBA season ends like. They can start free agency like June 15th, and the draft on July 15th. Simple. I mean, by June 15th, you already have crowned a new champion, or the same champion in this case.
Right.
And another thing is with the those rookie contracts. Look, if they're gonna cost as much as they do, then I would like the first 2 years of the rookie contract not to that is not subjected to the cap. So it's aside from the cap. That way, draft picks are become even more valuable because those first 2 years they don't work against your cap.
Right.
So, especially now when you're gonna have 18-year-olds coming into the league, man, in a couple of years.
Yeah.
These kids are not gonna be ready. So those first 2 years, they don't count against the cap. Then
that's something, man.
If it's a 4-year rookie scale contract, then the third and the fourth year, then they do.
Right. Okay, that's a good idea. I like that. I like that idea right there, and it definitely makes those draft picks really valuable.
Exactly, because if the guys pan out and they come in and they're producing, and they're not counting towards the cap. So that's something very valuable.
Yeah,
that way. So
all right, man. I'll be back on Friday night.
Wednesday night? What's that?
Friday night I'll be back on Friday night.
All right.
All right, man. Later.
All right, man. Peace out, chat.
Peace. Mark.
Yo.
It's on you, man. 30 seconds. Last words.
Man, Katie, stop being sensitive, man. We will love you forever, man. Just come to the Knicks. Stop wasting our time. Because if you go to the Clippers, you ain't going to be bigger than LeBron. So cut it out. Just come home. Embrace New York. Because New York would embrace you. You know what the summers are like in New York? I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to travel when New York is hot. Just come. Stop trying to control the narrative because we all know you coming. Your business is here. Your TV show's here. The lifestyle you want is here. He loved the Rucker Park. Right. He loved stuff like that. He loved the culture. Just come. Stop wasting our time, man. Your time has ended in Golden State. They don't love you like they love Steph. Get it through your head. It's over.
Well, that's the truth. They definitely don't.
They
don't love him like they love Steph.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, Sam. If he did not pick up his bags and come to the Knicks, I'd probably be the most pissed off person all summer. I'll probably hate KD for the rest of his career.
Like, jeez, no, honestly, that's that man's business decision. Golly, man.
I would hate him. I would hate him. Oh, God. Boy. I would hate him as much as I hate LeBron. Seriously.
All right.
Seriously.
All right. Well, I'm going to see you on the front stoop tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll see you later on front stoop, bro.
All right, man. All right, later.
All right, Ant.
All right, Ant. It's on you, man. Last words.
Man, I made a comment earlier in the show, and I was like, we at the 1 yard line. We just can't fumble it. I think it's more like the game is over. We up by a touchdown. There's 10 seconds left, and we just got to do a QB nil. Meaning, like, I think KD already knows what he's going to do. Those reports about him already recruiting guys to come. That doesn't sound like a guy that's still trying to make up his mind. I kind of believe the Clippers are just like the control variable. Like they're just there to protect us from tampering. Like there has to be another option, so it doesn't seem like this was like fixed.
Right.
There has to be another option. So, man, I've been confident about this for a year now. I'm still pretty confident. Man, good times are coming, man. Good times are coming. Whether we keep RJ Barrett, I like the kid. Whether we trade for AD, man, I just think we have so many good options on the table, and it's been a long time since, like, the Knicks fans, we could debate a bunch of good scenarios. Like,
that's true.
A lot of the things we're debating, they're all good things.
All good things, yeah.
Like, do we keep a top 3 pick or do we get Anthony Davis? Like,
right.
Like, those are great problems to have.
Right.
So, man, the Knicks are I mean, we're doing a lot of great things. And no, I'm excited, man. But subscribe to the channel, man. We got to get MBK. We got to get them up and subscribes, man. Sim deserves it, man. This channel was dope. So I think this is I'm biased, man, but this is the best Knicks channel on YouTube, in my humble opinion.
I appreciate that.
It's a channel for the people, man. So, I mean, and what other YouTube channel can, like, you all get on and all give your opinions and get all this airtime? Like, we're just normal people, man. And so to get this opportunity to, you know, give your opinion in front of hundreds of people, man, that's a dope opportunity. So, I mean, when we went to the Martin Luther King game, like, people know who you are. And I was like, how do you know me? Like, but it's because of this channel, man. So, man, just comment, share, subscribe, man, get this up.
That's it.
And because once KD come, man, it's about to blow
crazy.
up.
It's gonna be crazy.
It's gonna be crazy, man. So get your opening, your night tickets down. I gotta do that.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, get them things. Get them. Cause and look, once you know, KD comes, we get it. We get an off season like that. You're gonna have to get in the appearing early.
Yo, the bandwagon. Oh my God.
The
bandwagon is finna go crazy. All them new Nets fans gonna be Knicks fans again. The Nets not gonna be drawing hundreds of people to games. So listen, man. And Spencer Dinwiddie, man, they need to delete his Twitter account, man. Take his account from him.
Get out of here.
He's a nitwitty. Yo. Take his account away from him. Like, he's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like. It's something wrong with him, man. He's not even that good. He's not even that good. Man.
He's got something. Yeah, that's that little brother syndrome, man, with the Knicks.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? Little brother syndrome. Always trying to get that respect.
I hope the Nets give Tobias Harris $200 million this summer. Do that. Do that.
They might.
Man. But yeah, man, I'm out, man. I'll be on. Man. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow, the front stoop, man.
Okay, bet.
My sound was wilding the other time, but I think I got it all figured out. So I'm gonna try to get on tomorrow.
All right, cool.
All right, bet.
All right, later. Peace. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are down to the end of the show. I appreciate you guys for staying up with me. It is 1:46 a.m. You've been here. You're faithful. I appreciate it. Tomorrow's Thursday. You got Friday, so have a good rest of your week. I'll see you Friday night. Remember, subscribe to the channel. Ring that notification bell. Get a notification anytime that I go live. All right? And looking forward to Friday, man. Tomorrow I'll be on the front stoop. Join us. Peace.